and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Gotta get right. Looking like Tokyo Drift with the wheel lights. Hit the gas, time to take flight. Speakers on blast, party up in the moonlight. Gotta hit the mud, gotta get right. Looking like Tokyo Drift with the wheel lights. Hit the gas, time to take flight. Speakers on blast, party up in the moonlight.
I'm so dirty, got mud on the beat, but the buggy looks good. I see one on the beach. Jar full of shine, so I'm leaning in the seats. Party off.
What's good, y'all? Y'all are tuning in to the Get Twisted with 386 podcast. Tonight we got Mr. Lake. Tonight we got Mr. Lake City, aka Carl Glezzy, in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As always, we got Joe Ruse and me, Hippie at 386. All right.
So we gonna get right into it here. Like I said, we got Mr. Lake City. Carl, go get it. Glezzy in the house. If y'all ain't familiar with this, man, you about to be Lake City's own. Okay, 386 all over the whole screen you see right now. That's all that's on this sumbitch. So, bro, tell them a little bit about yourself, man, and you know, and then like I said, we'll get into a video and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, man, let's go get it, Glezzy, aka Mr. Lake City, man. You know, I do I'm a rapper, man. I do rap music. So I've been rapping since since I was like 9 years old. You know, and I done been on YouTube since 2012. You know, like rapping and doing music. So you know, it's something that's deeply embedded in me. My father, he was into the music. You know what I'm saying? He rapped back in the day. You know, he started his own record label and everything like that. You know, and then I got my siblings, they into it as well. My older sister, she's a singer. Then my little sister, she sing and she rap. You know what I'm saying? So it's turning like a family business for sure. You know, so we all into it, man. And it's a passion. It's something I've been doing for years, man. And I started out, you know, like back when it wasn't all this cell phones, wasn't too easy, accessible to get the beats. So when I first really started rapping, you know, I had to kind of like play old school music that I like to like listen to, like Ghetto Boys, DMX and them. And while they was rapping, I had to rap over their verses. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of get my rap side at the time. So to give you a little glimpse of how long I've been doing it, man, where I just had to leave certain stuff to imagination. And that was way before I got on wax. Like I was rapping maybe about 8-10 years before I ever even jumped in the studio. I had been rapping. You know, so it's something that I done grew with. I done got to learn a lot, you know, being independent and stuff. You know, we have to come out of pocket with a lot of stuff and pay for our career ourselves. We don't have like a major label behind us, pushing us, promoting us. So I had to learn all that growing up in it, from always being independent, just knowing how to, you know, get in contact with, learning how to get videographers, learning the stuff about producers, learning how to actually go out and either lease beats and read the contracts properly to know what I'm getting. You know, so just growing through all that, you know, and learning step by step, man. I'm still here, you know, 2025, man. I'm still here going along the way, man, and learn so much, man. And I'm willing to keep putting everything that I learned basically into my music. So every year, man, every year it's another step, man. You know, learning something else, learning how to promote better, learning new tools to use to get my name out there. You know, trying to travel a lot more, doing more shows and everything like that, man. Just everything over the years, bottled in one, man. I'm thankful to be able to learn all that, man, and just still be here now. I got the mentality of trying to think like a label instead of trying to depend on the label. You know what I mean? So that's just
100%, bro. Hey, that's what's up.
You got there's a lot. We touch on this. God, I think it comes up almost every show. There's so much to this business that people, you know, starting out in it that they don't realize. Like you said, the hours, the time spent, you know, buying beats, going over contracts, just knowing what you can and can't do, what you can get away with, what you can't get away with, you know, playing the ropes, I guess, so to say. There's so much. I was blessed when I got into this because I had Hippie on my side, you know, so he kind of showed me a lot of them ropes and told me what was what, you know what I mean? And him like you know, you guys had to learn that the hard way, you know what I mean? And so, but there's definitely a lot more to this business than just hopping on a beat and saying whatever you want. That's for sure.
Definitely.
100%. A
100%.
lot of people don't see the shit that goes in behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely, man. And I be trying to teach a lot of cats, man. I be trying to teach a lot of cats. Like I be seeing them in it's a lot of just maybe a little bit younger than me. Sometimes it's somebody older than me, but they're just trying to get into the music industry. And I'm always open, you know what I'm saying, to give my advice. And a lot of times they get to looking at me crazy when I get to like giving them the spiel, like, yeah, man, it's more than just going to the studio and getting the video recorded and just snatching this beat off YouTube. I'm like, man, nah, you wanna go here, go there, look at this, and they like, oh man, I ain't even think about that, bro. And I'm like, yeah, man, this came from trial and error, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of almost like trying to give you the sauce because it's sauce that somebody ain't give me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I was young, I could only get it. If you talk to every 5 people about music, I was only getting it from like one person every 5 people. You know what I mean? Like actually getting the truth and the real spiel about it. So I had to just go and keep doing research and learning. You know what I mean? So now when I see somebody trying to get into it, I kind of try to be that help. You know, I'm not a gatekeeper type of dude. I kind of try to give my advice. I try not to criticize, but just give my advice on like the best way I think to go about it if you're trying to get into the music industry. You know what I mean? But
You know what I
it's not
found
most
crazy
people
about doing that?
What?
Is it's almost as hard as trying to get the information from people to give it to them.
Yeah.
Like I've tried to help a lot of artists out, and they just don't want to fucking listen. They'd rather, oh, I just want somebody to do it for me, or I just need, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't need nobody, bro. You can do that.
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly. It's always something
Well,
like
them guys. Let's say them guys that want somebody to do it all for them, you know, when they actually make it and do something and then get that paycheck and they only get about a third of the damn money, then they want to know why.
Exactly.
You know, well, that was my song. Well, hold up here, Hoss. Let me explain this to you.
They didn't pay studio time. You don't own none of your
especially
music because you done signed away.
Yeah.
exactly. Especially a lot of people too don't realize being independent artists like we are, the initial costs, you know, of getting into this before you ever make a dollar. You know what I mean? Just because you wrote a song, it's going to take you a long time, you know, before YouTube and Facebook and all this other stuff starts making you any kind of money. So all the videos, all the contracts, the licenses for the songs, you know what I mean? All the stuff most of us, you know, take out of pocket. And I don't think a lot of people realize that either when they get into this.
No, not at all. No, they don't realize it at all. And I have a lot of people, like you say, they kind of want somebody to do it for them. And I kind of explain to them like, man, you know, like if you're trying to get into this, like you're gonna have to start off independent. Like it's gonna be real hard just to try to get out the gate. Like think you're gonna come out the gate and sign to a label. Because even some of the guys that maybe have a hit song and get them to the potential where they end up getting signed by a label, even still they have to go through a process. Because a lot of times they either sometimes you can become a one-hit wonder, or sometimes you can mess around and get shelved in the label. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to push another artist. You know, and so
they'll
either way,
bury
you
you.
still got to do that same grind work that an independent artist have to do just to get your face out there. Whereas if you were independent for 5 or 10 years and then that one song ended up blowing, now you have a whole catalog, but you also have knowledge of the business. So now you control the direction of your career. Whenever the labels do come to you, you already may have a following of 100,000 people or 200,000 people. So now you can dictate how you want things to go instead of just coming like, oh, I only got this much, you know, and they got to push you for you. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent. So it puts you in a
That
different
too,
position.
and having that time and that experience, like you said, that gives you more chance to learn the business and know how important it is to, you know, maintain certain aspects of your image as well. Like, you know, your creative rights, you know, over your music and yourself, owning your masters, you know, just the list goes on and on and on. You know, there's big time artists out there today that are on the radio every day. They don't own their masters. You know what I mean?
Shit, they don't own their name.
When that song gets put in a movie, they get shit. The label's getting it. They ain't getting shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they don't own nothing. They just they seen them first couple zeros and was like, oh, I got the, and they fucked up. You know what I mean?
They signed that 100% advance right there, boy.
Yeah, but being in the business, you know, you understand that everything that you built, how important it is to maintain that. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
So,
definitely.
but who were some of your biggest influences in the music game when you was a kid getting into this?
Tupac, DMX, 50 Cent, and Ghetto Boy, Scarface, Bushwick, and Willie D. You know,
Yeah.
them were like the main, them were the main guys that I grew up listening to and kind of had like the most heavy influence with. You know, my dad would listen to DMX all the time. You know, when I was growing up, when I was just like 2, 3 years old, sitting in the back seat of the car. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
50 Cent ended up coming along maybe about. I was like about 9 years old when I started like listening to 50 Cent and getting deep into his music. And then by 12, that's when I got real stupid, like real crazy into Tupac. You know, and those were the main guys. Now Ghetto Boys, a lot of their music. Yeah, I was on them. I've been on them for years too. Like since I was like maybe about 10 or 11 years old. Those are some of the ones I would put in their tapes, listen to it, and rap over them while they were rapping. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are the guys that kind of had a deep, big influence on my music as a kid growing
that
up.
that makes a lot of sense. Like I said, after going on YouTube, checking out a lot of your music, we went back several years, man. Like I said, I do this for everybody that comes on the show. It kind of gives me a sense of what we're getting into, basically. And the fact that you name them three people, it makes a lot of sense to me because all three of them guys I would consider storytellers. The
Yeah,
way they wrote a song, the way they delivered it, there was a story, there was a message to every song that they made. And I get that same vibe from you. So,
yeah,
like I said, you saying that it makes a lot of sense. Those three, like I said, specific guys, because the storyteller. I was always a huge fan of the storyteller rappers myself too. It just made more sense. But it's definitely cool.
definitely. Yeah, man.
I can see a lot of that influence in what you do today.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I look at it as a compliment, man. I had especially like when I drop a project like last 2023, I dropped this album called Jill to Jules. It was
Mhm.
actually the last album that I dropped under my stage name called Glezzy, because now I go by Go Get It
Right.
Glezzy a lot more. But I still push both of them because I got so much content under it. But Jill to Jules was an album that when I actually sat back and listened to it, I was like, man, this give me my DMX vibe. You know what I'm saying? When he dropped Flesh of My Flesh, when he
Mhm.
depression and all that. So I had a cousin hit me up and he was like, oh man, he was like, cuz, he was like, you snapped on this album, man. He was like, man, I'm loving it, man. He was like, this straight raw DMX vibes, man. And I was like, no, like I almost shouted on the phone because I'm like, bro, that's what, I'm saying? That's almost kind of the vibe I got when I heard it. So to hear somebody like to be
Yeah.
able to say that, it lets me know that that influence that they had in my music, it definitely lingers in my style and has an effect on the style that I had today. But I look at it as a compliment, man, because those guys are great. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Most
Oh
definitely,
yeah.
man. Most definitely.
Every DMX album that ever came out was perfection. Every one of them, from
Yeah,
the start.
definitely. He was talented, man. He was talented. Like I don't think the game gives him the credit he deserves, man. Like he was
Oh
definitely
yeah.
next up.
Yeah, I think DMX is definitely in top 5 for me. And shoot, even Ghetto Boys, there ain't many that can tell a story like them dudes.
Nah, man. They music is something else, man. Like the way they tell stories, it's like real deal raw South. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Raw from the South, man. They definitely hard, man.
most definitely. That's shit I grew up on too, and I'll say I love it when they're like, "Oh, this is what you sound like," because that means I'm doing my job right and paying homage to the artists that
Yeah.
helped, form what I am now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's real hip hop, man. Like that's why I love the Kendrick thing so much, bro. Because I felt like I was like, man, I was like, man, Kendrick is like the epitome of what everybody says hip hop should still be. Like they always
Mm-hmm.
saying like, oh, hip hop is dead. All this whack music, all y'all talk about is drill rap and killing each other. But then you have somebody like Kendrick, and he talks about everything that like he's the positive image. You know what I'm saying for hip hop. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean? So like what he did, like man, I was like, man, that's epic. Like I feel like real hip hop is like back on top now because of
yeah.
that.
I say so. I take it you got fucking Kendrick side in the beef, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's I'm telling you, boy. They say what they want, but Drake ain't win shit.
Hey boy, yeah, Drake ain't win that at all, man. He wasn't even he ain't even come close, man. Especially after Kendrick got the crank. After that, Not Like Us, it was over.
Yeah.
And then
That's
that
after
whole
you.
album he dropped, that GNX,
Oh
that
yeah, that
album
shit
is
classic.
classic. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's classic. It's classic.
Yeah.
He got some tough hits on that, man. Like all of them, like show you like, oh man, it just show you that hip hop is still alive and well. You know what I
Most
mean? It's still
definitely.
alive and well. It just needs to be put that platform of him going up against Drake the way he did just shows you where the line goes, what real
Oh
hip
yeah.
hop is and what a pop is. You know what I mean? So yeah, I loved it, man. I loved it.
That's why
Kendrick
you
all the
heard
way.
Drake's new album. Drake's new album ain't nothing but singing. He got the message.
Yeah, I ain't even hear. I ain't hear the whole thing, but I heard some clips and I was like, yeah, yeah. I'm expecting him to try to come back with something, but I mean, nothing won't be as hard as what Kendrick did in 2024, and then how he came in
Nah,
2025.
not after you win 5 Grammys and then pop out at the Super Bowl with it.
That boy, that's ridiculous, man. That's monumental.
Yeah. My man looked right into the TV and smiled, said, "Hey
Hey,
Drake."
say Drake.
Yeah. You can't beat that.
You can't
You know
beat
what I'm
it,
saying?
man.
At the Super Bowl on national television, you can't beat that bitch. She walked you down in front of everybody.
Yeah, that's amazing, boy. Hip hop, boy. Hip
Yeah.
hop is something else, man. I love it.
I'm telling you. Well, shit, since we're talking to hip hop, we're going to get into the first song. We got Mr. Lake City.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Y'all,
sir.
y'all get ready while we wait on Joe to get back.
Yeah, I see we had lost him.
Who gon' best me? I'm gonna be first, you second. I'm really stepping. You get the message, chase my kids, I'm destined. Everybody got their own purpose. If you real question, just know that I'm stepping. So you no weapon. Don't let me teach you a lesson. Suckers get murder for flexing. Run and check. Can't nobody the best. Don't even try to address it. You're not a lesson. I ain't got time for election. Walk you out in the stretcher. I don't. I only get stronger every time I end up calling. I'm just got something with a V8 on 9 and I can take off on the floor. You look orgy. You can snap off and I'm recording it. Hey, come here for 2 dollars and then this whole every track I keep going it. Mr. Lake City, you back. Mr. Lake City, you snap. I don't even need your help. I put my face on the map. She got a face in my lap. Most of you rappers is cap. Mr. Lake City, what's up? I don't wanna get no doubt. Mr. Lake City, you true. He tryna speak for the youth. I put my heart in the boot. Know what I'm arguing with you. I ain't just hard in the boot. I get retarded, I do. We in the talk with you. Mr. Lake City, a fool. R.I.P. George Floyd. I see the news, I'm annoyed. They killing me and the young boy. We need the man to deploy. Everybody wanna party. I guess they blind to the facts. You protest in my city. And I ain't see many blacks. On my soul, y'all sell out. Y'all snitch, you don't bill out. Bring the packs and they melt out. Me as I never fell out. Me as long as don't fall off. Get them pants like a sawed off. Yeah, that bitch going wrong. We going ham, we don't call off. So many times I speak. I said the end is all for the peace. So many brothers deceased from misunderstandings. No one deceased. We got a rap for the streets. For years we promoted peace. If I see you dying, I won't record. I'ma just stop the police. For real. I got the heart and soul of a black panther. Y'all stop being scared. I stand on 10 toes, face to face with them. You ain't got a dare no. I speak the truth in all my music, man. They don't even be sharing. Mr. Lake City gotta kill everything. He is no longer sparing. Mr. Lake City, you back. Mr. Lake City, you snap. I don't even need your help. I put my face on the map. She got a face in my lap. Most of you rappers is cap. Mr. Lake City, what's up? I don't wanna get no down. Mr. Lake City, you true. He tryna speak for the youth. I put my heart in the boot. What would I argue with you? I ain't just hard in the boot. I get retarded, I do. We ain't the jungle, we shoot. Mr. Lake City, a fool. 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 What would I argue with you? Hey, let's sit, man. Let's sit. Is y'all fucking with me or not?
Hell yeah. That was Mr. Lake City by Carl Glezzy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
AKA Go Get It Glezzy. AKA Mr. Lake City.
All the way, all the way.
Hell
And that's
yeah.
on 5 years old, man. That's on 5 years old, man.
Shit, I will say you ain't never been scared to speak your truth in your music, and I respect it.
Yes, sir.
Because if you listen deeper, you talking some real shit in your lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
All the way, man. All the way. That's the only way to rap to him, bro. We got to put that message in.
Yeah, because a lot of people they hear the surface level and don't really listen. It's like, oh, shit, my man's talking some real ass shit right now.
Yeah, yeah. You'd be surprised how many people. Like I even got my best friend Zion, man. You probably don't heard y'all probably don't heard his name. I say his name like a lot of music. You know what I mean? But he like my brother, man. But we best friends, and when I send him like a lot of my unreleased songs, like as soon as I come out the studio, he'll listen to them. But he the type of person he had to listen to the song like a bunch of times before he actually start catching the bars. And when I explain them to him, he like, bro, what you meant when you said? And I explained it. He be like, oh snap! He was like, that makes sense. So he be rocking with it, man. But it be like a lot of times people don't know it be deeper messages in them than just what you hearing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got the piece, the fourth bar with the second bar. You know what I mean? Or either the first, the fourth, 1, 2, and 3, 4, the fourth bar, they all go together, but you might not catch it if you just like listening to the beat or something like that. So yeah, that's how I like to rap, man. I like to put like puzzles in my music, man.
Hell yeah. I love doing that shit too, but man, it's I make dumber music for some of my fans because they just want to listen to some, bullshit, I guess. But
yeah. No, for real. Sometimes they don't be wanting to like dig too deep all the time. Sometimes they just be wanting something they can just hang out to.
Yeah, because they be hitting me up talking about what are you talking about, and I got to break it down bar by bar, and they're like, "Oh shit, that makes sense," but I wasn't trying to think like that. Like, man, I'd be trying to put some bars in this rap. Just because I do country rap, don't mean I'm gonna do some basic shit.
Yeah, definitely. It's fun with fuck.
Yeah, but man, yeah, I've fucks with your music since I've known about you. I say you ain't never disappointed me yet with what you put out. Always solid work, man.
Yeah, that's love. I appreciate the love. I've been struggling, man, because I'm like, since I done cut my hair off, man. So a lot of my music, when I like the videos that I got, when I got my locks, I don't even post them too much no more because I'm like, man, I ain't got my hair, man. They probably gonna think it's the same person,
They say, God damn, how old is this new shit?
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
This is crazy. Before he had dreads. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, it's wild, man. John hurt me, man. It's hurting.
Shit, what made you cut him off?
Man, life, man. I was going through some stuff last year, bro, and I was like, man, they started to feel like a bunch of like weight, like a lot of weight on me, bro. So I was like, man, and I was like feeling like I didn't keep up with them as good as I should have. So I was like, you know what? Right. I'm gonna just start straight, but it made like start fresh. But it mainly was because I was going through some stuff, man. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I was like, yeah, it's time to cut them, man. They got a lot of bad energy in them now. So I was like, I got to start fresh now. You know what I mean? But I sure do miss them.
Sometimes you got to turn that page, man.
Yeah, sometimes you got to, man. Like, and honestly, like looking back, I'm like, I'm thankful for it now. You know what I'm saying? My hair trying to grow back a little bit now, so I'm like, I'm feeling a little bit better. But man, until I can get back to that 10-year length, I ain't gonna feel good.
That's a level of dedication right there.
Yeah, man, 10 years, man. So I got another 10 to go ahead and put down on paper, man. So I did it one time before. I can do it again. Yeah, I can do it again.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Shit.
I hope in 10 years the rest of mine falls out, so I ain't got to cut it no more.
I'm glad I got my hair. It just I'm up. I don't know. My shit gets wild, boy.
Hey, no, I feel you.
I say like that shit just gets like puffy, like that puffy Asian hair. Like it just like puffs out instead of grows down. It like puffs out.
Yeah.
I try to grow that bitch out one time. As soon as it hits my eyes, I can't do that shit.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
I said that should make me want to fight. Like, what the fuck? Get out of here.
Man, I've been missing mine and see like how cold it had been. This is my first winter without my locks, bro. So I ain't even peep. I'm like, man, why my ears so cold? And I'm like, oh, I ain't got the hair hanging around them no more. I'm like, God, dog. I was like, man, it's crazy. So I had to walk around with hoodies on and stuff, man. Like putting them on. I'm like, man, this don't feel right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's cold outside, you won't see me without a hoodie on.
Gotta have it now.
Yeah. My face is warm, but not here. It's
you sit down there.
I was blessed with a good shaped head though, because my hair started like getting thin, and I said, man, I just cut it all off because I can still pull this shit off. Some people cut all their hair off and they look goofy.
Yeah, I look dumb as fuck.
I feel like I look goofy as hell. I feel like I look goofy as hell if I went bald, man. That's why I'm like, I pray it don't get to that point. I pray
Man,
like if it do get to that point, I pray it's like when I'm at an age when my hair looks smooth, so it's like, oh, he clean with it.
I
Yeah,
say
yeah.
you look enough like your dad. You pull it off now.
Yeah.
I say your dad be pulling that shit off fresh.
Hey, he
Boy.
do be pulling it off now. He be pulling off, so he give me hope. When I be looking at him like, I might be able to do it.
So man, speaking of your dad, tell us the influence he had on you as an artist and your pursuit in music. Because I
Oh
know, like you
man.
said, he back in the day, OG.
Yeah, heavy man. Like, honestly, bro, it first started, because we had always knew he was in the music, and honestly, my dad was the first Mr. Lake City. He
Right.
On the radio station back in the day here in Lake City, that was his radio station name, Mr. Lake City. So
Okay.
I ended up taking that name and reinventing it, like on mistake in a certain type of way. Like it started off as a joke at my job with me and one of my coworkers. So he was calling himself Mr. Marriott. So I started calling myself Mr. Lake City because I was like, shoot, that was my daddy name. And I'm like, man, boom, I'm gonna take that. So I was being funny, and I ended up like, man, you know what? I'm gonna write like a revolutionary song and put this name in it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna run with it like that and just basically be like you back, but like I'm basically like carrying the legacy. That's how I looked at it. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah.
Like almost like you passing the name down. Like, okay, this Batman done went away now. He Batman now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's how I kind of looked
Yeah.
at it. But as far as the influence he done had on me, man, like even as kids, like all my siblings, we always knew he was in music. So whenever he got locked up and I was doing his time in prison, that's when me, my older sister, and my younger sister would like be on the laptop playing around, listening to beats, or listening to other rappers and like rapping their music, like to Look at Me Now. We was doing a little bust around challenge and stuff.
Yeah.
We ended up coming to one day, my sister was like, we gonna write a rap. And I think the first one was to that Hustle and Flow beat, Terrence Howard,
Yeah.
off that movie. And
Hell
she
yeah.
wrote the rap for me. You know what I'm saying? And then we ended up rapping. And it started off as like doing it for fun. But then after that, the next time we like got together and did it, she was like, all right, I'm not writing this next rap for you. You have to write it yourself. So I sat down and I actually like worked hard and tried to write, did it, and then ever since that point on, I had been writing. But I used to always our daddy was the one that kind of had us like quick to kind of jump into it and do it. You know what I mean? Because he already had music out. Like we got some of his old tapes from like 1998. Back when he was real young, man, and like
Oh yeah,
on
you
my
gotta
day.
drop that.
Hey, they classics, bro. Because like one of my family members in it, God bless today, he passed away. I actually never got to really meet him. He passed away maybe when I was like 1 or 2 years old or something
Right.
like that. But he was a tough rapper, man. Like he rapped hard, bro. So him and my daddy was on songs together, and I used to listen to that all the time. Like so, I kind of got a vibe of like what my dad rap like, and I got to see a vibe what my cousin rap like. So I would kind of try to
Right.
base my style off of theirs because I'm like, shoot, this is where I'm coming from. Like this is my bloodline. So let me try to keep this going. Like if they ain't blow, I'm gonna blow with this style. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that like that just to have that to go back to that platform, man, it got me set up to be who I am today, man. You know what I mean? Like without it, I don't even know if I would have had as much heavy influence. Like without my dad, he's the main influence to a lot of my music. Of course in church, I used to sing in the choir and stuff like that. And I actually had to get back to the singing because I stopped doing it for like years, bro, because I felt like it was soft. I was like, man, I
Nah,
ain't gonna be no singer. I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm like 8 years old singing in the choir, and I'm like, man, no, I'm a rapper. I don't want to sing. So by the time I was like 12, I think I stopped the singing. But now I'm getting back to it because the hip hop is so like open now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's broad. Like nothing is limited no more. Like you got to be versatile, and music is music.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if you feel it, you feel it. You got to put it on wax. You know what I mean? Because like
I think
I joke a lot around the house and sing like for fun. Like my siblings laugh all the time. They be like, what are you doing, man? And I'm like just making a song out of nothing, like making a song about flaming hot Cheetos. But I'm singing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I'm rhyming, I'm throwing raps, and I'm like, man, you know what? I kind of do sing a lot. You know what I mean? Like I could put this in the studio. So I got a good bit of songs out testing the harmony, but I got to play with it a lot more. It's just like it's vocal practice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just so I can
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure I find
Yeah.
my voice and get it lined up. Cause some
That
songs
sounds-
Yeah,
I
you
go to the
gotta-
studio, lay down, and I'm like, yeah, this the like I hit the harmony right on the T. And then other songs I go and I do it, I'm like, that ain't sound how I want it to sound, but fuck, I'm still put it out. You know what I mean?
Shit, now me some of them songs, I'm like, nope, delete that. Now you know we're hearing that shit.
Yeah.
Delete it.
Now I got a couple. I got about
That's-
3 unreleased songs that never dropped. Because I was kind of like, nah, they don't need to hear this. You know what I mean? Like, nah, this
Yeah.
wasn't it. But that's only about
Hippie
3.
feels that way. It don't matter if he's saying something, he don't want to put it out. It don't matter. It don't matter
I'm trying
if
to
it
get
was
there singing wise. I
100%
ain't there
gold.
yet.
You could be like, no, bro, that's the shit right there. No. He like, nope. Delete right now. Bink, gone.
Yeah, I ain't
I'm,
comfortable with
I'm
my singing,
nah,
man. I
I
know
get
I.
somebody else to sing that. I ain't singing that.
But listen, when I get Lil Nine Gerard to be singing like some of the hooks I've had him sing, bro,
Oh,
he
I'm
takes them to
not
such a
denying that.
crazy level.
Yeah,
That's why I
nine,
like.
nine
Go ahead,
tough.
man. Yeah,
Nine tough. Like I remember being at the Lake City Music Conference, and when I heard that song with him and K9, that I just wanna lay you
yeah,
down, I was
yeah,
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
all I wanna do. I was like, oh snap! And then Nine was he was like high. He went like soprano with it, like fast. I was like, oh
yeah,
man, and the ad lib, bro. I listen to that song actively to this day. I would rather
yeah.
listen to that song, bro, because it's just that smooth. The harmony was like top tier in that song.
Man,
Yeah.
shout out my dog
I
Little
wish I had
Nine.
some chords like that
Yeah, man, he
Shit,
got a
listen.
voice,
for
man.
sure.
That's why I say I'll be like, "Hey, Gerard, come on now. I gotta go over there, smoke a blunt with him, get in the studio, be like, hey, check this out." Shit, because that
You know,
country song you dropped, that's how we did that shit. I did the song, I sung it. Ain't nobody ever hear my version. I deleted it as soon as I got done recording. I was like, fuck no. So I hit a rod. I was like, yo, listen, I wrote a song. I'm gonna need you to sing some country shit. My man did it, bro. He
he
did
tough.
that one. Yeah.
He tough. He talented. And see, I remember him from way back in the day when I was growing up over here in the West. Because I used to live. He had a homeboy that lived right behind my grandma, and I remember seeing him and him always singing and stuff like that. That thumbs up should be crazy. But
Hell yeah.
I remember seeing him, man, like growing up, seeing him and like doing music. So when I actually really got to meet him and be around him, like it was almost like a childhood thing. Like, dang, man, I remember being a jit. You know what I'm saying? And seeing them boys doing music. Now I'm doing music,
Yeah.
and they can see me doing music. You know what I mean?
Shit,
So
I'm telling you, that's how I felt when I hooked up with them because I first got put on to them when they were doing Treehouse. Fuck yeah, it was just called. It was him, Rail, Beezy, Kellen. Man, they were dropping some hits, bro.
yeah, it was
They
a
was
lot of them.
remixing everything, and fucking half of the remixes sounded better than what was out.
Yeah, yeah. Talent, man. There's so much talent here in Lake City, bro. It's ridiculous, man. Like, so many talented artists, bro. Like, that's why I be telling a lot of people, like, man, it done been times I done went to certain shows, man. I done had like 3 or 4 other Lake City artists with me, and we take over the venue.
Oh yeah,
Like, it just never fails because everybody in the 386 got their own sound, their own style, to the point where this is like a melting pot of versatility for hip hop, and
most
it ain't
definitely.
got the recognition it deserves just yet. But I know once it hit, like all it takes is one of us to kick down that door, and we gonna bring like 20 more artists with us. You know what I mean? Because that's just how
Most
talented the
definitely.
artists are. You know what
I
I
say as
mean?
long as
yeah.
it's not one of these fuck boys in the city. There ain't many of them, but
We're like I
But
said, we're big on support, man. But you know, we're big on support, but you know as well as I do, that's a two-way street. You know what I mean? You got to have one hand wash the other, so to say. You know, I lift anybody up, dude, and I've said it 100 times on this show. I listen to all kind of music and I support all kind of artists. And you know, just because necessarily I don't like a particular song, I'm not gonna shun somebody for making it. You know what I'm saying? Because just because I don't like it doesn't mean somebody else don't. And
definitely,
so I'm not gonna pass that judgment on to people. But a lot of us around here, the support's not there. You know what I
no,
mean? If it wasn't so much more of a competition versus a hey, let's do this shit together, I think it would move a lot better,
yeah,
personally.
definitely.
But like I said, there are the few, you know, there folks out there that do that, but I think a majority of them are more focused on themselves. You know what I mean? And it's
Nah,
not.
definitely. A lot of people don't know how to jump out of thinking for themselves, and don't even know how to come together and unite properly. And like
yeah,
to all the ones that like even the ones that are in a position that they could help somebody and then they don't. But how I look at that, man, I look at the ones that are supposed to be here, like it'll prevail. Like longevity always shows, man. Like one thing I heard Jada say in the song, he was like, it's all about your stamina. It's never the race. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? So like, like just because maybe he got to the finish line or what's considered the finish line first, you know what I mean, doesn't mean that that you won't get there. You have to keep going. Or just because he's ahead of
Yeah.
you right now doesn't mean he'll get to the finish line first. You know what I mean?
yep,
He might have had a
Mhm.
great sprint. You know what I mean? But now he's tired as hell, like the rabbit in the turtle race. And then you just stay consistent at your pace. Next thing you know, You done passed him, and it's almost like it was overnight, but it wasn't overnight. You know what I mean? It was just consistency.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Patience and
Yeah.
pacing yourself and not rushing yourself out. Because a lot of the ones that do get in position, and then let's just say maybe they're not supposed to be in that position, or maybe they don't cherish that position. They'll trick themselves out of that position. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll get themselves out the way. It just always take time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then that's when the real actually comes to light. Like even look at this situation with Kendrick and Drake. You know what I mean? Like for years, everybody already know Kendrick tough. For years, you know Drake is tough too. But a lot of people get a thing stuck in their head when you don't see that competition. Oh, they overrated. You know what I mean? Oh, they
Mhm.
overrated. They ain't as good as they used to be. But then
Right.
boom, you see how this Drake and Kendrick beef went. And it's like boom, it shows you exactly who we thought Kendrick was. Well,
Yeah.
some of us knew Kendrick was. You know what I mean? Like it just shows it. But even with them being major artists, they still have a race because then they have so many eyes on them. The media, whoever thought
Yeah.
they was raw 5 years ago might not think they raw now. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like so they still
Yeah.
racing to this day, but it's all about your pace. And guess what? It'll show every time when you actually have the passion for it, the heart for it, and you put your all into it and you run your race and you worry about yourself and don't worry about nobody else. You know what I mean? But like when it
Yeah.
comes to the unity, especially in our city, if we learn how to get together a whole lot better, man, like the way Atlanta got together, you could push it to a whole nother level. It don't mean that every time I drop a song, you got to be on it. But maybe
Yeah.
if
No.
I got a show or something going on and you can come out and support, you should support. Or maybe if you like even right now with this podcast, just you guys inviting me out to be on it. That's unity right there. You know what I mean? No
Mhm.
matter how big or small, unity is unity. You know what I mean?
Most
But some
definitely.
cats
Oh
don't
yeah.
even understand how to even do that much. You know what I mean? Or they try to come in and cause a divide and division, maybe because of insecurities of their own self or their own music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's when people like us, we come in and we pay the way to show them how it's really supposed to be done and how the love is supposed to really be shown and spread. Like hippie, like I'm like if I post like, hey man, I'm finna do a video, man, I want some people to be in it. Hippie will pull up. You know what I mean? Like he'll come if he's free and he ain't got nothing to do, he'll pull up. You know what I'm saying? Because he
Yeah.
done it before. You know what I'm saying? And that's love. That's the type of unity. And when somebody does that for me, it makes me like, man, anytime they got something going on and they reach out to me, I'm gonna make sure I can be there. You know what I mean? But that's just the
Yeah.
way. That's the way I think, and that's the way I was raised. But not a lot of people have those same values. But I'm the type of
Most
person
definitely.
I want you to show me what what you value and what you don't value, because that lets me know if I need to be around you or not. You know what I mean?
That's
If,
it.
Exactly.
you, if
Yep.
you're not gonna put out the same energy I'm gonna put out, you ain't doing nothing but come around to either cause confusion, create it, you know what I'm saying, or keep it going. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So
Yeah.
like instead of that, man, once I see what you're really on, okay, I know, okay, yeah, I won't deal with this guy. I'll keep you back this far. I might not do. That's why I mean a lot of people y'all see me, y'all might not see me like he don't do music with a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like I done had times where maybe I done a song with a guy and then something that happened and maybe like I done seen he wasn't who I thought he was. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't even want to have songs out, bro, with people that I really don't. If I feel like you're not on that level that I'm on, man, I don't even want to have no music out with you. So it takes
Shit,
me a
I
long
Right.
time to like read people out sometimes before I be like, I'm gonna get in the studio with you. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because I've been got in the studio
Yeah.
with you, do business with you, and you a snake. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
didn't know at first. So I'm like, nah, before I even go that route, I protect because the music, like I say, that's our passion. That's my piece. If I let you get in the way of that and mess with that, man, like I'm gonna get real violent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's my piece. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
won't even let you get near it. Almost like if you're working at a job and you don't want to mix the business with pleasure. You know, if you do something like this or do this, it'll mess the bag up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
with the music, it's the same way. Like if I let this guy get in the song with me, knowing that he like to get in beef with a lot of people. He like to diss somebody every time he turn around. Maybe the guys that see me on this song with you might be like, man, forget him too. When I see him, I'm gonna shoot at him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you have to think about stuff like that too and keep that in consideration. Because some people you might
Yeah.
even know their history and know what they got going on, and now you drag into their beef. Now it's a different story if I ride with you and I ride for you. Now it's like, okay, if you beefing with them, yeah, you beefing with me too, because that's home team.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But if it's somebody that I'm like, we just getting on it because you got to follow and I got to follow him. We don't really know each other like that, but we both got good music. And then I get your foolishness. Nah, before that even happened, I'm gonna study you out, bro, before we get on the track together. Hey man, y'all heard of this cat from Jackson, Mississippi? Say his name such and such. What he got going on? You know what I mean? Because if I get in a song with you, then it's like, oh, he a Crip and he was dissing this blood gang, and it's like, yo, and my people related to nah. Before that even get
Yeah.
like that, man, I'll go ahead and nip that in the bud right there.
You gotta protect what you built. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right.
like you're not only obviously looking out for yourself in that aspect, but your whole entire franchise. That's everything that you've
Yeah.
made from the beginning. You know what I mean? That yeah, you got it's it's no different. Like I said, with hippie on this side too. It's you always definitely can't
Shit,
just.
I deleted my
I
biggest
would,
feature off because it had somebody on there that
but
wanted to
but
act
like
up,
I
bitch.
was
I'm gonna
saying,
make our shit going.
like that's what I was saying like, earlier though, like it ain't even so much that I'm saying you definitely got to protect what you built, but that doesn't limit us from lifting each other up. You know what I
Most
Definitely.
mean?
definitely.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I would say. Like I understand if people got different views for themselves. We do it all the time. It even happens between us. I'll send Cody a song and he's like, whatever. That that one I don't think I could do that one no justice. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And then it is what it is. But we all do that. What I don't get is if somebody is from what I see sometimes around here, if somebody feels like they got 2 feet in front of you, they're not gonna reach back and hey, come on, let's do this. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
they're gonna try to trip you. You know what I mean? Because they're scared of I don't know losing their position or whatever it is. I don't really know what it is. I've said it many a time. Like I said, we can all eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's plenty in this. Whatever genre you do, whatever you're into, whatever you make, we can all do this. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be, oh fuck you, it's all me type shit. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, that shit, that
And
acting hard 24/7 shit's crazy to me.
well, I said that I mean that was part of turning this podcast into what it's become into as well. You know what I mean? Because we don't just do country rappers or we do anybody, man. You want to get on, we give you a platform and we chop it up with you and get your views, your opinions, what you're into, and like I said, it's just another way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To try
I,
to give everybody that shot to get out there, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm
Nah,
It's
just
definitely.
saying. I don't know if I like polka music. We might not have none of those guys on here, but
hey,
anybody else is
you
welcome.
bullshitting. You're bullshitting. I bet if you put on a polka beat and you put a little bit of that bump, bump behind that, you be okay. Hold
Right.
on,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He on the something. He on the
Yeah,
something.
polka rap coming soon.
polka rap coming soon.
But yeah, touching on the aspect of like the business part, I say a lot of artists got to learn cut. It doesn't matter what it is outside of business; it can be that. But when it's bad business, it's got to go. It don't matter if it's family, friends, your fucking old lady, whatever it is. If it's bringing bad business, you got to cut it off because your face card is what's going to move you each level of this game. And if you got a bad face card, he ain't gonna give you a feature to maybe blow you up, or they ain't gonna let you in these doors because they done seen you with the bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why I try to tell people anytime, like I'll delete our songs. I've done it before. If you bring bad business to the table, we can't do it. I can't do it. I put too much money and built too far to allow somebody that I'm trying to help to bring us down. So I don't know what I'm trying to say is for artists out there, make sure you keep your face card clean. If you're gonna do business, do good business. Don't be an asshole. We can all eat, but we all gotta respect each other and do our part to eat together. Or if you want to eat by yourself, go do it over somewhere else.
Yeah. Nah,
Mhm.
definitely. And another thing too, like I just gotta throw a personal one out there. Like to the ones that like do music. Like you have some people, man. Like I say this, I've had times, bro, where I've sent my music to people. You know what I mean? Like just like hey, I do music or whatever. Send it or whatever, and then they like overly critique it. You know what I'm saying? Like too deeply, like oh I think oh yeah he raw, he can rap, man, he tough, but if I was a major label, it wouldn't sell or something like that. The sound. I'm like. Like don't in my head,
Yeah,
I'm like, man. First of all, I'm not looking to be signed to no label. You know what I
right.
mean? Second of all, I've heard the trashiest music blow up because it was just in the right platform and got to the right people. So if you
Yeah,
if you let alone just say, oh, he can rap and he tough and he nice with it, that's all I need to hear, man. Because that lets me know that if I put it in the right spot, it's gonna blow. You know what I mean? And I just got to
Yeah,
keep promoting, and that one song a hit, man. But like people, especially the ones that aren't in the music industry, are the ones that feel like they're in a good space and they feel like they can look down and be like, oh yeah, man, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. Nah, man, like honestly, bro, when it comes to this music, it's a lot of promo. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Sometimes
that's
you got to
because
set up
that's
a
yeah.
strategy plan.
Everybody you talk to today has got a fucking marketing degree from Harvard and shit. You didn't know that?
Hey, real talk, man. Real talk. That's how they make it
Yeah.
seem, man. It's crazy.
That's
It's
why I be
crazy.
telling people
Every
all the time. Social media gave people that didn't need a voice a fucking voice, and I hate it because a lot of y'all just say dumb shit that y'all heard people say and just keep repeating it like y'all are original. And it's like, bitch, you say what the other person just said.
Exactly, bro. It made bro. Social media got everybody heavily opinionated. Everybody feels like their opinion should be heard, or everybody feel like their opinion is fact.
Yeah,
When they're not realizing it's just opinion and it's just your perspective of life. You know what
yeah,
I
and
mean?
you
Like,
can't tell no different.
yeah, man, it's ridiculous, man. Like sometimes I do like the only reason I don't want social media to crash and go crazy because I'm like, music. That's what we need to push our music.
Right.
But other than that, man, like as far as for social discipline and like people, sometimes I be wanting that shit to just go away real quick because I'm like, yeah, y'all got to realize what's real life and get off the net and peep reality again.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
you know what's crazy
Like
about
Charlie
that
said,
is
feel
it's
that shit.
always it's always the person that's doing nothing that has the most to say.
Yeah,
Always.
And in the internet, it's fucking. There's a million things you could say to that. You could go, oh well, yeah, does give people the platform to say dumb shit, and there's no punishment for it. Like I've said it before when I was a kid. Uh, if you wanted to say something dumb to somebody, you had to say it to them or say it to somebody else, and eventually they're going to hear about it, and then they're going to come to you and go, "Hey, I heard you said this," and then you had a decision to make. You either backpedaled and lied your way out, or you took the ass beating you were about to get like a man.
right.
And that's what taught you life lessons. But then along come the internet, and now somebody across the country can go on there and, like I said, try to put down what you're doing. And like I said, there's no repercussion for that, I guess, so to say. And but I do find that, like I said, it's always the people doing the least amount that have the most to say.
Yeah.
So I don't even let that shit bother me, not one bit.
No, definitely,
Not
man.
one bit.
Even on YouTube, like right now, man, my YouTube, I'm getting a pretty good bit of views on my push-ups. You know what I'm saying, for doing like the chaotic push-up challenge, and like
Right.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
try to
bring
do
that
my.
up.
You said what?
I said I was gonna bring that up, man. Yeah, I see you
Yeah,
do your workout videos. Look like they've been doing really good.
yeah, man. They've been doing good. Surprisingly, man, they kind of caught me off guard because I decided to start trying to. I've been working out like crazy since probably August of last year. I started working out and like getting into it, man. Like I said, I was going through a lot of mental stuff, so I started.
Right.
I almost went into like a point of solitude. So all I was doing was really praying, working out, and writing raps. You know what I mean? And then like it ended up getting like embedded in me to the point where I was doing it daily, going to YouTube, looking at different challenges. So I started doing them. Then I was like, man, I'm gonna record it. And I messed around and recorded one, and it got a bunch of views. And I was like, man, I'm gonna keep doing it. But even
Yeah.
on that, like I try to make sure I do make sure my form is good. I make sure everything clean. People are commenting like, oh, you only did one, or oh, your push up wasn't all the way a full push up, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? And I know you sitting home and you won't even do one, like you won't even do one. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy, like how people sit back and critique like that, but they on the media, they on the net, they somewhere far away, 100, 500 miles away,
That's it.
sitting in bed, looking at you work out, and then want to critique it. You know what I mean? Like at least
Yeah, it's
somebody else
probably
doing something, man.
probably some overweight some bitch sitting on the couch eating a ho ho, in his mom's basement, talking about your push up and fucking probably couldn't do one to save his life.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. But people
I ain't gonna
people are
say shit
doing it.
about nobody's push up because even I could do about 5 and I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing
Yeah,
no more.
yeah, bro. And then honestly, bro, to go back to what you said about people's music, like whenever I have new artists like send me their music and they're like, hey, bro, tell me what you think. If I hear a song and I don't like it or I feel like it's trash, I respond back and I still tell them, hey man, it sounds good, bro. Keep going and keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah,
Most
keep
And
going.
definitely.
keep crafting yourself. Because just because I might not like it or it might not be for my ears, the world could hear it and they love it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So who am I as one person with just my opinion to tell you, oh,
Exactly.
that song is not gonna sell. People not gonna like it. I don't have that power to say that because I don't understand the ears of the masses. You know what I mean? The world likes what they like. You can repeat a song, play a song on the radio 7 days in a row for 3 times on 3-day rotation, and the world will end up liking it by the time that 5th day hit. But the first 2 days they probably was like, why they keep playing this song? Not a 5th day, you bobbing your head like, I like this song. Now you like it, you forget that you ever hated it. You see what I mean? So don't tell somebody like, oh, yeah, man, that song ain't it, bro. I always try to keep them promoted because just me telling them it's a good song might make them keep making music, and the next thing you know, that third song they might make might be a hit. You know what I mean? But just because somebody was behind them supporting them, because I had somebody behind me supporting me when I made music, wrote raps that wasn't too good, but they listened to it and they could hear the potential, and they was like, keep going, man, you got it, man. Like, I like your style. And just from them saying that kept me going to make better songs. You know what I mean? So
that's basically we get videos sent in on the show. We review them from time to time, you know, from smaller guys just trying to get the video out there. And there's been a few of them, you know, that I personally didn't like. And like you said, same thing. I don't sit there and bash them and talk trash. You know, I tell them, hey, it had a good vibe. You know, it just wasn't necessarily my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
But keep doing you, you know, and stay true to yourself because obviously, like you said, I ain't but one dude. I mean, my opinion ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, just because it's not something that I'm personally into doesn't mean it's a bad song. I mean, you know, I don't ride around listening to fucking Taylor Swift, but a million other people do. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that comes to the point, like what I said earlier, man. What's for you is for you. You know what I mean? But like me personally, like with the amount of music, I listen to a lot of different music. So I just don't single myself to just one type of style. I try to listen to a bunch of different type of styles, man, to open my mind up. And I learned that also in high school when I was in my poetry club, Method Poetry. Honestly, that's the logo on my shirt. I wear this a lot. You know what I'm saying? But just to represent that poetry club from high school. But that's why I honestly learned how to listen to something that I might not like. Because I used to always think all poetry had to rhyme. You had to rhyme when you did poetry, and it needed to sound like almost like rap, but it just needed to have that rhythm to it. But when I started hearing other people doing it and they weren't rhyming, I had to just follow the story and then listen to the story. And I'm like, oh, snap. You know, and then people snapping their fingers, but I hear the way they word their words. And maybe it's the way they're using their metaphors. They might not be rhyming, but they still using every other thing that kind of implicates creativity in writing. You know what I mean? So like that's when I learned to really open my head. Like it's way deeper than just this rap. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole other thing, something deep in the soul when it comes to this music. So before I try to judge it, I always try to understand it. Like if I hear a message in it, or even the slightest message, you could be talking about the house you grew up in growing up, or you could be talking about doing drugs, but the way you explain it, you know what I mean, is creative. You know what I mean? You might compare it to floating on a cloud while the stars are riding on your back. You know what I mean? But just that is a figment, breaks like creates that creativity in your imagination and all that. So when I listen to a lot of different music, I try to listen for that. Like if I don't like the beat or I don't like the sound, let me listen to the words mainly now. You know what I mean? To catch that. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Popularity contest. Now, most definitely, to pick up on what Dre just said, it definitely is a popularity contest. Like a lot of rappers, like a lot of people that's getting love, they just popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's why people follow them as much as they follow them. They can get up on the track and say whatever the hell they want to say, and people gonna follow because they popular. But then you might have somebody that might be less popular or not as popular as them, spitting way harder than them. But they won't get no love because guess what? He ain't really as popular. You won't get the love until they see you standing up in a picture with Rick Ross or your guy.
Oh yeah, soon
beside you. Not
as soon as
everybody
you
like
put yourself.
yeah. Not everybody. Oh, I knew he'd make it. But when was
Yeah.
that love 3 months ago or 2 years ago when it didn't look like I was gonna make it to you?
Anytime we do bigger shit or be with bigger artists and shit, it's crazy the comments we get. They all talking, oh hey, oh my god, this and that. But bitch, you ain't here when we're trying to push our music so we can be in them rooms.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I say it's always the ones that don't share and don't give a fuck want to jump on them comments as soon as you do something big. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Definitely.
I don't get, like I said, I don't get too much of that stuff, which I'm not that popular, and I'm okay with that. And I've said it many a times before. because I'm honest with everybody, bro. Like I tell them to their face, like if you don't like my shit, don't listen to it. You can press skip. You know what I mean? You ain't got to fucking, you ain't got to come on here and comment and run your fucking mouth, bro. Just hit skip, hit the dislike button. It'll never play my shit for your shit ever again, and then you'll never have a problem ever again. We don't have to turn it into a whole event. You know what I mean? Hit dislike and move on with your life. That comes back like to the thing I was gonna say earlier that has slipped my mind because sometimes it just gets moving too fast. I'm sure you guys had that problem too, but I think what a lot of this stuff comes down to is we've all forgotten the basic principles of the country we live in. See, like America, the America I grew up in, and this is even for a Southern man. Okay, the America I grew up in, you can live your life the way you want to live your life and believe what you want to believe. As long as you're not directly affecting me in any way, shape, or form, I don't care what you do. And that is the basic principle that I think most people have forgotten in this country because they're always pushing their own opinions and their own agendas, and it's everybody's always trying to shove something down somebody else's throat. Just live life. You'll find yourself so much happier if you just live life, mind your own. It don't matter what your neighbor does. You know what I'm saying? As long as he ain't out in the yard slapping up his old lady or running kids over in the street, it doesn't matter what this man is doing. Leave him be. You know what I mean? Right. Okay. Somebody put out a song you don't like. It don't matter. Don't listen to it. Move on. You know, oh, you clicked on the Get Twisted podcast and you don't like Joe Rubes running his mouth. Turn the shit off. You know, keep going on about your life. You know what I mean?
People just want to be hateful nowadays.
That's what I think the main problem with current state of our country is right there.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
So, anywho's, let's get back to the music, man. We got another video. You got what do we?
We got Carl Glezzy, Wanna.
Yes, sir. Jilty Jules right there. That's a Jilty Jules track.
Yeah, and if you ain't wanna before, you're gonna wanna now.
Yeah, I see you, swag. Kim Bro, shout out.
Glezzy, Carl. Step in this bit how I wanna. Step in this bit how I wanna. For real.
Oh, Scaff's right there.
I wanna, leave if he wanna. He can reply if he wanna. I'm kicking up shit, call me Glezzy the punter. While she feeling me in her stomach, beating it up and I'm thinking about money. I told you before I ain't running. Do what you wanna, just keep it 100. I may slide through the west and take long. Maybe slide through the east MLK. All the shooters, it ain't been the same. So I'm keeping that peace by my ways. When the ball, I just won't run it up. Trying to see how the millions taste. Know it's like, but I keep getting stuck. Every issue I take to the face. Yeah, I know about the struggle, the hustle, to come up forever. I'm repping the getters. I'm a G, I'm a hitter, then quitter. I ain't shit, baby, I can't deliver. If you think that you swift, I'm swifter. Really mop up the flow with a nigga. Really stop and I go on a nigga. I won't peep out a hoe, I'm a nigga. Only one chick that I be all through for. Keep it 100, tell the truth for. By her side, cause I know she ride. The rest of you hoes get shit off a ruler. Cross that line, ain't shit I can do for. Hey, I'm Glezzy, big seducer. Dropping them jewels, I'ma pick them up. I'ma listen first, I get game from two. In this bit like a G. You can try if you thinking it's sweet. Head to toe that little nigga on fleet. Touch the yo, I'ma touch up the beat. I step in this bit like a G. You can try if you thinking it's sweet. Head to toe that little nigga on fleet. Touch the yo, I'ma touch up the beat. I step in this bit how I wanna. Nigga can try if he wanna. He can reply if he wanna. I'm kicking up shit, call me Glezzy the punter. While she feeling me in her stomach, beating it up and I'm thinking about money. I told you before I ain't running. Do what you wanna, just keep it 100. I'ma step in this bit how I wanna. Nigga can try if he wanna. He can reply if he wanna. Ain't happening when I slide in the summer. Sometimes I sit and I wonder. After I smoke marijuana, me and my team on a come up. Can I be hunted? So I'ma be hunter. If I bust out my neck and my wrist, and I ain't got no land and shit, or I ain't got no plans and shit, I'ma fall and land and shit. GGI, I'm a brand and shit. Until niggas can't stand this shit. Got a soul, think she hot, I'm a fan this bitch. Turn it up, then I go lay it down. I was hustling, dreaming of pounds. They be hollering, they stepping like that. Steady running when they hear the sounds. No McDonald's, you niggas is clowns. I ain't giving them smile but frowns. It be sweet till they caught in the lap. In the passenger seat surround. I'ma step in this bit how I wanna. Nigga can try if he wanna. He can reply if he wanna. Ain't happening when I slide in the summer. Sometimes I sit and I wonder, after I smoke marijuana, me and my team wanna come up, can I be hunted? So I'ma be hunter. I step in this bitch how I wanna. Nigga can try if he wanna. He can reply if he wanna. Kicking up shit, call me Glezzy the punter. While she feeling me in her stomach, beating it up and I'm thinking about money. I told you before I ain't running. Do what you wanna, just keep it 100. I'ma step in this bitch how I wanna. Nigga can try if he wanna. He can reply if he wanna. Ain't happening when I outside in the summer. Sometimes I sit and I wonder, after I smoke marijuana, me and my team wanna come up, can I be hunted? So I'ma be hunter. Smoke marijuana, do what I wanna, step in this bitch how I wanna. Sometimes I sit and I wonder, after I smoke marijuana, then I slide in the summer. Please, call, do what I wanna. And do what I wanna, bitch.
That was
Like your man's in there, he was
Glezzy
turning up,
Wanna.
boy.
Yes, sir. Wanna, man. That's that Jill to Jules track right there, man. Hey, listen, that was around the time I had just got back to Lake City, man. That's around the time when I had just started working out a lot. I said I had a lot going on mentally, man. People probably couldn't tell, bro, but I was like real depressed around that time, man. So I was trying to I did that music video that day, man, to really kind of get my mind, try to help my mind get back on track, man, and get my mind off some other things, man. And I actually had real fun. I had a lot of fun at that shoot, man. So every time I see it, I just think about where I was at mentally. But it's
You
like,
had to, because I could tell in the video everybody was. I see old Swag in the back right there. Old Hippie was there. Your man though was killing it with the dance moves, bro. I don't know who he was.
Juvie goes stupid, man. Juvie goes crazy.
He was
bro.
on one.
Man, he
I was
so
like,
hype.
okay.
Yeah,
He's another artist from the 386 Fast Life Juvie. You know what I mean? And he make a lot of good music as well. We actually got some songs, got a song out together and everything like that, man. So yeah, but that's Cub, man. That's fam, man. And he always got the good energy, bro. I love him in the videos, man.
Yeah, he looked like a lot of fun, man, for sure. He was definitely turning up.
I say having hype people in the video, make it or break it, boy.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I've had some people that are like, yeah, we're gonna come out to the video, and then they just stand in the back like it's an old Western photo, like
hey, yeah, they be nervous as hell. They don't know what to do.
I'm over here.
That's why you gotta get that dirty crew in them videos.
Yeah.
You need the wild video, you call up We Do It Dirty, and then you get your wild video. Right?
Yeah.
Shout out. We Do It Dirty.
Big shout out to We Do It Dirty, man. Hell yeah, bro. That was a dope ass track. I was happy to be a part of the video, man. I say you don't ever let down, especially with your flows, bro. That should be like perfect. That shit's great. I love your flows, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I really do. If I had to think of one artist, man, what really caught me on, and I don't even listen to him a lot, but I've heard a couple songs by him. But when I listen to him, I almost like hear my style in him. But Rakim.
Yeah.
When I hear Rakim and I hear the way he flow, I'm like, dang, I almost flow similar to him, and that's crazy that I never even listened to a lot of his music.
I say I've been getting that a lot with what's that, Joe? What's that smoking group? There's a Hispanic dude and a black dude. Cypress Hill.
Oh,
Cypress Hill, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people would be telling me I sound like Cypress Hill and shit, and I'm like, that's crazy. I ain't never really, I fucks with Cypress Hill. Don't get me wrong, they got bangers, but that wasn't what I was listening to.
Yeah. Nah, but now that you say that though, yeah.
But shit, I'll take it. Them boys raw.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, they are hard though. They are hard.
Yeah, them OGs in the game. Shit, I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely.
Sound like Vanilla Ice or some shit.
Man,
that's the shit.
They used to be like, oh,
that's the shit we did when I was a kid.
They said I sound like Young Dolph and 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I had never got that at first. I was like, what? That's crazy.
Hell yeah, real shit, man. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy the comparisons sometimes you get too, because I've had people compare me to other artists. I'm like, ain't no way, bitch.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'd be like, man, no, don't do that, man.
Yeah, what the fuck you playing? But hell yeah, shit. Talking about shit like that. Tell us some of the shows you've done. Like, what are some of your biggest accomplishments you feel like you've made so far in this music?
Man, honestly, I would say when I started, I would say when I dropped Mr. Lake City, that was the first video, and honestly, the only one that I had that hit like 1,000 views on YouTube in less than 24, like in 24 hours.
Right.
Like to me, that was a big accomplishment because it had never happened to me before like that. So when that did happen, I felt really happy about it. Another thing would be too when I started getting on the road and doing the shows. I would think when I performed in Memphis, man, like that felt like a great accomplishment because I did like a 3 day. I think I did like a 3 day tour where I went to Memphis, I went to Little Rock, Arkansas, and then I went to Jackson, Mississippi.
Heck
And
yeah.
Little Rock, Arkansas was so turned. Like when I performed in Memphis, the vibe was not all the way there. Like I don't feel like I performed as good as I could have performed, and the
Right.
crowd wasn't as engaging. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of felt like I almost felt kind of let down after that show. I was like, man, why did I come all the way up here, man? Like I ain't even do nothing. Like it ain't feel good. But then that next day, I had the Little Rock, Arkansas show, and I smashed it. You know what I mean? Because I kind of heard a comment from one of the people that was a part of my team at the time. They no longer part of the team, so that say a lot. But they were part of the team at the time, and they kind of made a comment after the Memphis trip and was like, "Oh, I think he done kind of made his match." You know what I mean? I was like, I heard that night. So then the next night, I was like, let's see. So I went ham. You know what I mean? Like the whole venue was turned up. Like during my set, like I had everybody like going crazy, and the crowd
Right.
was like very engaging. Like even the other artists, like there was like 15 plus artists that came from New York, and they was hyping everybody up. So the whole night was like lit. And then like after that, every show that I like kind of did after that, I made sure I put on a performance. Like I didn't even care if the crowd vibe or not. I'm gonna make you vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what I had learned. But like getting on the road, man, I loved it because it taught me how to be more a whole lot more humble. I heard a whole bunch of like different more styles. Like I ain't in Florida no more. Like I'm in other people's states. So maybe they got their whole crew with them. You know what I mean? And I'm in here
Yeah.
by myself representing 386. There ain't no other 386 artists in here. So I had
Yeah.
to sit back, and kind of like peek, learn, and then I was also learning the game because the people that I follow, they based out of Atlanta. Moss Fest with B Moss, Lucy Lou, Kings like Slick, and all of them. Like they good people, man. And like they really did talk about like independent artists pushing them. They put you on game like about your like Instagram profiles, artist development, like teaching you how to push yourself. You know what I mean? And, like not just waiting on the label, but they kind of teach you how to like be your own label. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. I learned a lot from just following them. I started following them, I think, in 2020, and to this day, I still go to their shows. You know what I mean? 2021, I had a blast with them. In 2022, I had a blast like going. I went to Shreveport, Louisiana. I went to Texas. I got to perform in Houston, Texas, and I got to perform in San Antonio. You know what I mean? So they went to a lot of different places, man. But just getting outside of the city and getting on the road, seeing other artists, seeing other styles, it helped me be able to appreciate the music a lot more, and then it helped me like come up with different ideas for my own city.
Yeah.
Like how to bring people together, how to properly throw a show. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. And then but yeah, the biggest accomplishment, man, would be Mr. Lake City, and I would say getting on the road, man, doing the tours, man, because it just taught me a lot to be able to get outside and just see that and just see other people, see other artists in their cities, you know what I'm saying, they states and how they get down. You know what I mean? It was a lot, man. But I got to see love from everywhere else too. Like you might catch a couple crowds where people be like they hating a little bit and you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? But then you have the crowds like when you come around people and then they come up to you after you get off the stage and they're like, "Hey man, you tough. Let me get your info." You know what I'm saying? And you end up collabing with them somewhere down the line or something like that. And it's just them being that open. You know what I'm saying? Kind enough to be able like to not just be like, "Oh, I'm the best in here." Because I done seen a couple cats like that when I go places. I can already tell them who they are by how they react when other people perform. You know what I mean? Like me, when I see other people perform, I'm like right there front line recording them. You know what I mean? Hyping them up because if I like your music, I'm gonna be right here. I ain't no hater. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be right here recording you. When you get done rapping, I'm gonna come up to you like, "Hey man, what's your IG?" And even if you don't come up to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come up to you, man. What's your IG and stuff, man? I like your music. Good set. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I always try to hype them up. You know what I'm saying? Then to get to the point when I get on stage, maybe they see me supporting them, now they supporting me. You know what I mean? And they record me. You know what I'm saying? They ready to engage. So I just learned a lot, man. Learn how to be more open. Learn how to accept a lot more. Learn how to accept more artists and their music, and learn how to network better with artists and their music. You know what I mean? So that's what I would have to say, man. Shows in Mr. Lake City, man. Shows in Mr. Lake City.
Hell yeah, bro. That's dope. I love doing shows out of Florida. It's a breath of fresh air, and
Yeah.
people look at us like an oddity too when we're performing outside of Florida. They're like, "Oh shit, y'all are from Florida?"
Yeah. Every time, bro, they be psyched. They like, you say you from Lake City, Florida? I'm like, what that said? And I'd be like 45 minutes from Gainesville. I'm like an hour from Jacksonville. They be like, oh snap, Jacksonville. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know,
I said, everybody knows Jacksonville.
Not Jacksonville.
yeah. So I'm like, nah, I ain't from Jacksonville. I got to tell them, I was like, nah, I'm not from Jacksonville, but nah, like we close, like close now. Just trying to give them a breakdown of where we at. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Even though I done lived in Jacksonville, and like I go over to Jacksonville. My other job is in Jacksonville. So yeah, man, like Jacksonville like a third home for me now. You know what I mean? But I don't rep it. I rep Lake City all the way 386, man. That's home team.
Oh yeah. I said that's why we made our group name 386 Music.
Yeah. Go ahead and lock it down right there, man. Lock it down.
Yeah, that way
Yeah,
anytime
always.
anybody look us up, bitch, you know where we at.
Yeah, you know exactly where we at, man. We gonna be here.
Oh yeah, that's what if I kick the door, you know, I'm putting on for the city.
Got
on
to.
no crash shit, boy. I can't wait. I
On
say,
the way, man.
as long as you stay consistent in this game, you're bound to make it somewhere.
Yeah. My fault. Y'all see me over there trying to get right. I gotta hit my phone up to the charger type shit.
You good.
I do love how all the artists around here though got no problem putting on for, you know, the 386 Lake City, you know, all the whole county. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty cool. You know, you don't get a lot of that from, you know. That one time somebody was commenting on something Hippie put out. I think he was from Palatka somewhere and was trying to talk shit. Y'all ain't the real 386. That's what he kept saying.
Oh yeah, because D-Land and Daytona area is 386.
D-Land, that was good.
Yeah, they be mad as fuck talking shit like you ain't really 386. Like, bitch, look it up. Just because y'all 386 too don't mean shit, huh?
Right. Y'all that don't even deserve to be 386. They need to be some other shit anyway. Like, we rep that 386 shit hard, man.
Yeah.
All the way.
I ain't never heard of no rapper from D-Land.
Yeah, me neither.
But shit, speaking of
I'm
rappers
sure they're
around
out
the
there.
city. Yeah, you're right. Everybody got local rappers.
Yeah, I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah, they got them.
And I'm sure.
I'm sure that. I'm 100% sure they got them though.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope they're putting on. But...
Hey,
no,
I just this video 5 years from now. Come back at us.
Oh yeah, we getting.
No, I just thought that. I thought that comment was tripping me out with that guy though. Like I said, 386, y'all ain't real 386. Like
I'll pull up
on
you
real
and
mad,
fuck you
bro.
up
like,
type shit, this and that. I was like
y'all ain't 386,
deep,
we 386. We're like, what the fuck, dude?
Hey, tell them bring that shit to the swamp. Bring it to the lake, man.
That's what I said, bitch. You pull up. And it was on like a fucking song about the river. Like it wasn't even on no hype shit, nothing. Like, damn, dog. Just enjoy some music. We chilling, smoking the blood.
Yeah, man. Hell.
But shit, speaking of artists in the city, who are a couple artists in the city that really surprised you?
Tommy Lou. I like Tommy Lou music, man. Like his style and his flow, shit tough to me. You know what I mean? Like this shit just tough. Like ain't no way around it. Like when I heard him, yeah, because like when I see a lot of artists in the city, I don't know what they expect until I hear them. You know what I mean? And then when I hear their style, because like I say, everybody in Lake City got such different styles. You know what I mean? Now, who didn't surprise me and who did exactly what I expected to do? 386 Breezy.
Yeah,
all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember me and him doing rap battles back in middle school together. You know what I mean? And like we actually for a time period we sung in the choir in the church choir together for a time period. So he was somebody that I knew. Like when I seen him doing music, like I always expected because he was somebody else that I knew at the time. Like we were some of the ones doing music in school, and there weren't too many other people in our grade range doing it. You know what I mean? So but yeah, I would say yeah, Tommy Lou, man. I know for sure I got a couple other ones, but I just can't think of them. Like even CBG Stepper, my cousin. He tough, and I didn't even expect him to be that tough. You know what I mean? When I heard him, I was like, dang, cuz. I'm like, you got it for real. So like not the last show I did, but the one I did in Jacksonville last year in August, I had a couple of 386 artists there with me and come out and do their thing. And he happened to come and do it. I think that was his first time doing a show like that with the people that I follow or whatever. And like I said, because I ain't no crab. If you hit me up, you like, hey man, how you get on to do the show? I'm gonna let you know. But if you one of the people that feel like you too good to pay for your show or something like that, then you probably it's not for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he didn't feel like that. And there's a couple other artists that didn't feel like that, so they ended up jumping on and doing it. You know what I'm saying? And we had a good time. We rocked out. Like I said, we took over. We had a lot of people in there. Man, they was like, man, 386. They was like, God, dog. They was like, man, y'all invading. And then
Yeah.
somebody had shot. They was like 386. They were like, where that's at? And that's not jumped up because everybody I follow them all the time, so they know me by Mr. Lake City. But I rarely say 386. I might say 386 like when I hop up to go and perform. I'm like Mr. Lake City representing the 386, Lake City, Florida. I say that. But then in my raps, I don't say it a lot. So like when my other team went up there and they was all rapping and they was representing 386, he was like 386. Mouse like 386, like where that's at? And I jumped out like Lake City. And he was like, oh, my fault. Like, yeah, you already know we in here representing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's say we may be a small town, but we taking over, Bucko.
Man, we taking over, bro. I'm telling you, man. Once we kick that door down, man.
Yeah.
And we, man, all it take, like I said, all it take is one of us. Cause I already know, bro. I kick down that door. I plan on bringing 25 plus artists with me, and not just artists, but producers, videographers, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we got so much talent in the city, so many people with knowledge of the industry. We don't really need no outside person to come in here and show us the way because we already done did it independent for years. You know what I mean? All we just really need is that platform and the spotlight. You know what I mean? To the point where maybe we get so, I ain't gonna say maybe, to the day where we get so big to the point where you have artists like Glorilla and them wanting to come through our city and stop and do shows because it's just that lit here. You know what I'm saying? Because of our hip hop culture. You know what I mean? And we got more than enough talent and more than enough spots for that, man. But we keep going the route we going, man, and building. We not gonna do nothing but continue to add to it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, compared to where we at in the city now, compared to 15 years ago, I mean, I would say we getting far. You know what I'm saying? So who's to say in another 10 years, man, what will it be like? You know, Jacksonville got they spotlight whenever they was hitting. You know what I mean? And they got a lot of artists that came through the door right after like Fulio and all them got the kicking on the door. Fulio, Soldier K, when they kicked down the door, a lot more Jacksonville artists was like right behind them after that. You know what I mean?
That's what happened with like Extension and them boys down south. Whenever he kicked in, all them down south sad boy shit started popping off.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Kodak and all them. I think they're still South Florida when he popped off.
Yeah,
he brought all his people. Yeah, I say so. You're right. We up next.
Yeah, we up next, man. It's like right there, bro. It's so close. I say
it's us or Gainesville because I get to Gainesville. They gotta.
Gainesville got a movement, and they support each other a lot. You know what I mean? And they city supports them. Like as far as those venues, they make it a lot easier for their guys to get venues than we do in Lake City. Like the venues in Lake City try to make it hard as fuck for us to get.
I say we got one venue right now, and I know most of my people don't want to perform there because of past comments said by the owner. So, you know what I'm saying? County Line's really all we got. And like I said, half the artists I know don't want to perform there. And I ride with them, so I respect what they got to say. So I ain't performing there. So I say they turn rodeo. That's just a billiards hall now. Hangar 7, they don't really do rap no more. It's mostly just the rock shit. So we need a bit.
Got banned from the Wody.
Yeah, I say we threw one rap show out there for White, and then apparently the mayor was threatening the bar we performed at to not have us back, or they were going to start problems and shit. Like,
so he basically threatened the bar. The mayor told the bar owner he was going to shut the bar down if they had us back out there. That we was too loud.
They was going to find violations or some shit. Like I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man.
But we had the biggest crowd the bar ever seen.
It's crazy.
But we ain't allowed back. Yeah. That's crazy.
I say we did almost 100 tickets just off us headlining. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we ain't charging them either. We just told them we split the fucking ticket money. Like, I was just trying to show y'all we can make y'all money. So I was giving y'all a deal on the shit. It's crazy.
And see that falls into the support that we was talking about, man. Like we even need more of the city. Like not just even the artists, but even like some of the political people in the city and the business owners, the venue owners, because there's a couple other places here that could be good venues, but maybe they gatekeeping type thing. Yeah, there is a new mayor now. I think it's gonna be North Walker.
They did oust the old guy. Yeah.
I say,
Yeah.
there's a new one in Lake City and Fort White. So hopefully we meet new mayor out there and start doing more shit in Fort White. Because as much as I love Lake City, it's just hard to do shit inside the city. And then the venues that are around the city don't do shit no more unless somebody buys a venue. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
They
love
all
throwing
gonna
shows. That's
they all
what I
gonna
want to get
know.
more into.
They're all gonna know what we're made out of in August.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
'Cause
bro, pop out. We're throwing a
yeah,
mud ball event
we
in
putting on
Jasper,
a
Florida.
monster show.
Are you doing that in Jasper in August?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, that's a bet. It's gonna be on the weekend or weekday.
Yes, it's
Weekend.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Saturday
The
is the
show's
concert.
Saturday.
For sure Saturday. Okay, that's a bet then. That's a bet then. I'm gonna make sure I pull up then because I'll be off on the weekends. I can get the weekends off easily. So that's a
Yeah,
bet.
we got the Sticks coming out, OG Black Sheep, bunch of guys, None Rilla, Lyrical, the list goes on and on, but
I say
I'm gonna
got
be
Lil
there.
Nas,
Obviously,
Swag
386 gonna be there, 9's gonna be there, Swag is gonna be there. We're gonna put on a show, man. We're talking 5-6 hour show.
Oh
and
yeah.
if everything goes right,
Yeah.
next year's gonna be a 2-day event. We're gonna have even more artists out. We're gonna try to
Right.
make it yearly
Try
and
to
just keep
try to make it
building.
an annual, build it up.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna make sure I can be there then for sure. Because I definitely want to be there.
Man, listen, the fairground, they got too many rules. We ain't allowed to be cussing and doing all that shit downtown.
We've
You
looked
know what I
into
mean?
that, yeah.
It's a lot of bullshit because we rapping, bitch. I'm saying whatever the fuck I said on the song. So you know what I'm saying? I got songs I don't cuss in, but man, if I'm rapping, I'm rapping. I ain't trying to change up my shit just to perform at the fucking fairgrounds. And
that too, when I perform, I like to get a lot of crowd engagement. Like in between songs, I'll be telling jokes and just being myself, basically up on stage. Just you never know what the hell's gonna come out of my mouth, man. I can't be held down by no editor. Like you can't say all this stuff. I'll be blacklisted, bro, for sure. I'll be done. Canceled. My ass would be canceled.
I just be cussing and shit, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, you ain't getting your deposit back and shit." Like you motherfuckers.
Yeah. Hey, and see that's the crazy thing, bro. Because like my first songs that I dropped, bro, I wasn't cussing in none of my music until like 2022. Is when I actually started cussing in it. So I got like a whole catalog of music that if I had to go to and do it without cussing, I could go back to it. But I don't be liking to, bro, because I'd be like, man, the stuff I got out now, it'd be more hype, you know what I mean, and more to come around. But like I got a catalog just in case somebody ever say like you can't do no cussing, you know what I mean? And then I'll go ahead and I'll pull out the old songs. But then sometimes I be having to struggle like. If I wasn't expecting to do that song, now I gotta kind of try to remember the lyrics. You know what I mean? Because like people be like, "Oh, you wrote the song. How you don't remember the lyrics?" I'm like, bro, when you write as many songs and put out this many songs, they start to get jumbled. You know what I'm saying?
That's
if you're not rehearsing it, yeah, you gotta I have to rehearse it before like if I know I'm gonna perform this song, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and rehearse it about 3 times, and now I got it back rooted in my brain. Like this how I go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or else I might end up mashing it with another song that got a similar verse or something like that. Should be crazy, man. Once you get past like 40 songs, they start to get clouded.
Yeah. Damn. Man, Dred, I'm gonna have to hit them up again because they told me no cussing and shit. Because I was looking at doing the fairgrounds. I think that'd be dope as fuck.
Yeah, they had a whole list of rules basically, and you got to remember too the type of music we do. You know, I think the mud bog is a better option for us. People can camp, they can BYOB, they can bring their buggies, bring the 4-wheelers, bring the toys, you know what I'm saying? It's more catering, I guess, to more so our audience. So just like out there, you can be as loud as you want to be, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna say shit.
Yeah.
So if the show goes over past midnight, you know what I mean? There's not going to be anybody there to make a big deal about it. You know what I mean? It's just for what we're trying to do because we wanted the multi-entertainment factor as well. Because you also obviously got them people that they might not be a big fan of our type of music, the country rap and the hip hop scene, but they might want to bring the buggies out and ride, go camping, or You know what I mean? There's other options. We're gonna have a lot of vendors, a lot of food trucks. You know what I mean? It's a 300-acre place, so there's a lot of other stuff going on, and I think that more caters better to our particular audience, you know, than the fairgrounds. That's just my personal opinion. I think half our audience would get arrested at the fairgrounds for open containers.
I say out there you can openly smoke weed and just drink. You know what I mean?
I'd say we like to smoke and shit and drink and
like to hang out for real, man.
We like to turn up.
I say
like
we out in the woods just hanging out.
Yeah, out there, like I said, it's kind of do you know what I mean? You ain't got there ain't no thumb, you know, holding you down out there. So,
Right.
Yeah, our main rules are don't let nobody fuck up like the trees and shit, and you know, don't let nobody do something too reckless.
Long as we don't start no riots and shit, we'll be good.
Yeah.
I say our biggest rules we just gotta turn the music off by like 12-ish.
Ish. Heavy on the ish.
Hey guys, I just leave that ish in there 12-ish.
Yeah.
I say we might go for about 20 minutes. You never know. They said the neighbors might call the cops, but it'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's Jasper, dude. By the time one of them show up, you'll be done anyway. Well, they got two sheriff in the whole county.
I'm telling you.
Ain't much going on.
That's why, I got people over in Jasper, man. Shout out to my cousin, man. 386 Jody. You know what I'm saying? He do the music he do the music as well. Free Jody, man. He locked up right now, man. But free Jody, man. He tough with the music. That's my cousin though. But he out of Jasper, man. Jasper represent, man. So shout out to Jody.
Big shout out, man. Shit. We're about to play this last one you sent in called Guns and My Lady.
Guns and My Lady. Now that's official.
That's this one?
Yeah, man. That's Go Get It Glezzy all the way. That's like my introduction. Well, that'd be like one of my introductions to Go Get It Glezzy, man. You know, I cut my hair off, man. So when I cut my hair off, that's when I really started pushing the Go Get It Glezzy name. I dropped the song The Encore. That was the first one that I dropped on the Go Get It Glezzy. But then Guns and My Lady, to me, that's really like the introduction, because that's when I'm actually starting to feel myself again. My hair growing out a little bit, you know what I mean? And I kind of was making a comeback. Actually, the beginning of that video is a play on my real life. You know, like when I run up to the phone and I'm like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? And just breaking down me losing my guns and my lady, you know what I'm saying? Type of thing. And it just was something that I actually went through. You know what I'm saying? If we going off a Baby Boy and they talked about guns and butter, you know what I mean? And we talked about, he talked about how guns was like real estate, you know, stuff that you own, ownership and everything like that. And at a time point, you know, last year I lost all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I lost a lot of things that I had ownership of, you know what I'm saying? Including my lady, you know what I mean? So I went ahead and did a flip on it in my music video, you know what I mean? But that song is like the introduction to me coming in with this new style, this new and improved style, a breath of fresh air, you know what I mean? And a lot more vocal, you know what I'm saying? But a lot more confident now, you know what I'm saying? It's still called Glezzy, but Go Get It Glezzy is almost like the mature man that done been through some stuff, young man that done been through some stuff, and he coming out now. You know what I mean?
I like
so that's the Phoenix out the ashes, boy.
Yeah, definitely.
Shit, let's get into it then.
It's got a vibe to it. Mr. Lake City. Oh. You're lucky you got to it before I did. I might have took that one. Mr. Lake City. I like it.
Yo, Glezzy G. Yeah, man, I done messed up, man. Bruh, man, I done lost my guns and my lady, man. Nah, for sure. I know. But no, I don't need your help with no lady. I ain't worried about the lady, bro. You hook up with them guns, bro. You straight. Say less. I'll be there. Glezzy, guns and my lady. Guns and my lady. Shit's not gonna stop because some niggas talking crazy. You already know how we feel, man. We gonna go get it. We gonna keep getting it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have playing niggas sit on your ass. I'm finna get up and go get it every time. I'm finna show them something. You know what I'm saying? Ride through your city, ride with guns and my lady. You know? Riding through your city with my guns and my lady. Shit is not gonna stop because some niggas talking crazy. Shit really played. Babe, pass me that 380. Once up this bitch, I'm shooting shots. I ain't waving. On 38, this bitch be rusty, but it's banging. Call my grandma and ask for prayers, protect your grandbaby from danger. Cope with my anger. Fucked around and broke my finger. Fuck around and find out what's behind this shit that I've been claiming. Niggas been hoes, I ain't know. I showed them love. We was brothers in that club. How you let an outsider switch you up? Middle fingers, be fucked. I won't dap, I won't touch it. Unless a nigga gotta touch it with a wood grip. This shit ain't rough. I'm a blow, I'm a ball. Throw false to Frank, make it up. I ain't that one you wanna be fucked up with. Niggas don't want no trouble. Down bad. People scheme, I see them coming in my dreams with 5.56, 7.62s and 2.23s. Riding through your city with my guns and extra mags. They thinking I'm dumb as fuck because these pants fell off my ass. We ain't about cash, I'm finna spaz. These niggas flash. Pick a side and get blindsided. Your neutral ass don't get no pass. Speaking on the dead, I ain't with it, that's taboo. Put the ink down on my body, that be my soul as a tattoo. I don't rock with everybody, so I bought a stick, I'm lying too. I'm dripping in sauce, that's that spaghetti. Car rap group, riding through your city with my guns and my lady. Shit is not gonna stop because some niggas talking crazy. Shit really played, babe, pass me that 380. Once up this bitch, I'm shooting shots, I ain't waiting. On 38, this bitch be rusty, but it's banging. Call my grandma and ask for prayers, protect your grandbaby from danger. Cope with my anger, fucked around and broke my finger. Fuck around and find out what's behind this shit that I've been claiming. Fuck around and find out that everybody on that. Fuck around and find out that he ain't the only one that's slain. Glezzy, car riding through your city with my guns and my riding through your city with my guns and my step on everything. If they rapping, I'm at their throats. That's a G-chain, GGI, KGI for sure. Step on everything. If they rapping, I'm at their throats. That's a G-chain, GGI, KGI for sure. Let my nuts hang. Go. Let my nuts hang. Shots, I let it go. Let's let it go. I'ma swing this sweet thing. Riding through your city with my guns and my shit is not gonna stop because some niggas talking crazy. Shit really played, babe, pass me that 380. Once up this bitch, I'm shooting shots, I ain't waiting. On 38, this bitch be rusty, but it's banging. Come my grandma and ask for parents, protect your grandbaby from danger. Cope with my anger, fucked around and broke my finger. Fuck around and find out what's behind this shit that I've been claiming. Go get it, KGI, GGI till I die. Glezzy, car, Mr. Lake City. Shit is not gonna stop because some niggas talking crazy. I said shit is not gonna stop because some niggas talking crazy. Go get it. Glezzy. Riding through your city with my guns and my lady.
Yeah, I was fucking with that one.
Yes, sir. Guns and my lady, man.
I like the way you shot that video. You know, obviously I recognize all the locations, you know, but I like what you did with it, the way you integrated the shot with the water tower in the background when you was riding by, dude. The whole vibe, bro, was fucking, you know, love for the town for sure.
Exactly, man. And like if you know the city, when you see that video, man, like you're gonna be able to piece stuff together and be like, oh man, that's right here. Yeah, that's right here.
Yeah, I see you riding 90 and up 41 and
Straight love for the city, man. I love it.
I love that the most about watching artists in the city when they do music videos and shit. Like, man, I love watching the city on the screen, boy.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, like I love that mess, man. That's why my song I did Honest Poetry when I did it at the Safeway supermarket right over there on MLK. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not MLK, but right on Washington Street. I ain't gonna call it what we used to call it because I hear that's kind of like offensive. So I ain't gonna call it that. But yeah, like when I shot that video,
what's offensive? What are you talking about? Come on, man. What are you talking about?
Man, the chain wait, man.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I be trying not to call it that now, so I try to call it by the actual name of the store. And it's
Yeah,
on Google it's Safeway Supermarket, Mr. Danny's
Yeah,
store. So that's what I call it now for the most part, because I don't be trying to be offensive, especially if I don't know no better. And when I was a kid, I
yeah,
ain't know no better, but now I
I
know
was
better, so I tread lightly. You know what I'm saying?
I was
So
gonna say,
yeah.
growing up, we used to call a lot of things a lot of different things, and then you get older, and you're like, oh damn,
yeah,
I'm the
man, like
asshole. My
bro,
bad.
the way the world changing now, bro, like man, you can't even man, like I have a hard time with the yes ma'am, yes sir, no sir. Some people don't even like
Me,
that. You know what I mean? Like
me
they'll
too,
snap
bro.
on you for saying that to them.
Yeah,
And like
I
I'm
Yeah,
can't
like,
help
bro,
it.
we would get our behinds kicked for not saying this mess.
I'm
You know what I
telling
yeah,
you,
mean? So like we got it rooted in us, bro. And I'm like, sometimes I be thinking to my parents, like, man, did y'all know we was gonna be growing up in the world where they'll get mad at you for using this?
right? Being
You know
mad
what
for
I
trying to
mean?
be
Like,
respectful.
or looking
yeah,
at you
man, that's
crazy
it.
because you hold the door for them or something. Yeah,
Yeah, like God, dog, man, like Southern
Why the fuck you holding
hospitality.
the door for me? Shit. Like,
Yeah, bro, Southern hospitality, man, like we got it naturally, and like the world don't even be wanting to accept that mess, bro. It's
yeah,
yeah,
ridiculous. It's
I say it's
ridiculous.
crazy the amount of times they be like, "Don't call me ma'am" or some shit. Like, damn, dog, I don't know it's just gonna come out. Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
Like
man,
yeah,
Ricky
like
Bobby, what
yeah.
do I do with my hands?
yeah, you talking
I,
about 16, 18 plus years of saying this and having to say it.
Yeah, just saying yes doesn't sound like a proper response. Like even my homies are like, "Yes, sir," and shit. Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
just
yeah.
yeah, like when you say just yes, I feel like I'm being an asshole now.
nah, real talk. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. What does the world come to, man?
I'm telling you, bro.
Shit, wow.
Yeah,
Man,
they.
I got to relight my blunt.
It was usually for me it's the old ladies, man. When you say ma'am and then they get all offended like you calling them old or something. It's like not on purpose. Like I'm just calling you ma'am because you're a woman.
Yeah.
Ah, I,
There's, I ain't trying to be
my,
racist, but ain't nothing worse than an old white lady on everything. I ain't never met nobody more entitled, got such an opinion, what just want to be a dick and think you're supposed to be nice afterwards than old white ladies.
Man, you know who else
yeah,
bad with that?
Huh.
The old black church ladies. Oh
Yeah.
man, bro.
that's most church ladies. Period.
Yeah, I said that's that Southern Baptist, them Southern Baptist
Yeah,
women.
Hey,
that's
heavy, yo, them
that.
Southern Baptists, man. They crucial,
Oh,
bro. They
Yeah.
crucial.
yeah. Growing up, a good friend of mine's mama was a Baptist like that, and she used to do, or his grandmother was, and she used to pull up every Wednesday night and yoke us both up. You boys come with me. You need Jesus. Throw us in the car. Make us go to church every Wednesday. Never.
They said they go
Every
to
Wednesday.
church, they could beat your ass.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you didn't say no. Like it wasn't even presented as an option. It was get in the car.
Yeah,
It was not, hey, you want to go to church? No, it's get in the car.
yeah.
And yeah,
You
and
ain't have a choice.
our elders, you didn't say no because you didn't want what was going to happen next. So
Yeah,
I said that was like 90% of the moms in the South. Get your ass up, we going to church.
yeah, you going, I don't want to
Oh,
bip.
okay.
Oh, you had to
Yeah.
fake sick to get out of church, and you had to do it real good too. Like
yeah. You
heat
had to
up
do
the
it real good.
thermometer and everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you had to
say
do it real
you
good.
yeah, you got to be dying to not go to church, man.
yeah.
Said it's okay. Jesus gonna wash away that sickness from everybody. You coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You coming, man? I'm telling you, boy.
That's good though, because we all grew up with them good morals too, though. You know what I mean? Because whether you realize it at the time or not, like now that I'm older, I realize it all the time. Like it's in every decision you make. Like a lot of the way you were raised and the stuff, what you were taught, as a youngin', what was right and what was wrong, and a lot of what you believe in is obviously instilled on you by your parents and your grandparents and all that. But like I said, I'm 41, so I notice it a lot more now, like that I'm older. I guess because maybe I don't move as quick as I used to or whatever, but
I'm telling you.
it's noticeable.
Yeah.
I
Like,
say
yeah,
these knees don't need like they used to, bro.
no,
And man,
too
people
much.
be thinking I'm older than what I am sometimes. And when I tell them my age, they're like, "Oh, you a baby?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm not no baby, man."
Yeah, you were like 24, 25, right?
Yeah, I'm 24, man. I'll be 25 in
Yeah.
April.
I say because that's how I found you, my cousin Daniel, man. You
Yeah, yeah,
did
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah, D-Man, yeah.
yeah, you did like the talent show or something at CHS, and he shared that video with me, and I seen
Yeah.
that shit. That's how I got introduced to you. Shout out Daniel, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to D-Man. Yeah, I went to high school with D-Man. Cool
yeah,
people.
shit. I think he put me on Bando and a few other people too. I
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
'cause- shit. Shout out Bando Child, man. That motherfucker raw.
Yeah, Bando was in Method Poetry. He was in Method Poetry with me. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted he wanted what I consider one of my poetry brothers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I say y'all can tell both of y'all the way you structure your rhymes and the way you tell them. You can tell y'all have a poetry background. Y'all paint a picture usually every time y'all get on the beat.
Definitely, definitely. You know, it definitely comes from that boy. Because Miss Merker, that was our poetry sponsor. And man, she
Hey,
didn't do nothing but instill creativity in us, man. Like make us think outside of the box when we was writing our poetry. So we had to think, you know, of course we were rappers at heart, but we had to end up kind of like getting into the poetry bag of it, you know what I mean? Thinking outside the box, trying to figure out how to incorporate these poems to lead up to stuff, not to give them it all at once, but to create a story with it. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And that honestly helped my writing and took it to a whole nother level. Because now instead of being as blunt with my lyrics, maybe I'm a little more concealing, you know, and maybe I play with the words a lot more. Like now, I play with words like ridiculously in my music.
Right.
You know what I mean, and flip it. Like I can have the title of the song something, and I break down that title in like 5 different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
But
yeah.
just really being in poetry, writing and practicing how to think outside of the box, and being around other poets too, that they not even rhyming, but they thinking out of the box and bringing you back in, and you like, oh snap! Like by the time they piece it all together, you like this what they was talking about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Get,
So
yeah, well, getting into poetry. I mean, just really reading in general, especially poetry. I think it helps you so much as an artist too because of all the words that you may not have known. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You learn so much while reading and reading the poetry and anything like that. You'll come across a word and be like, "Oh, what does that mean?" You look it up, now you know something, and you can,
yeah,
next time you're writing, you be like, "Oh, hey," and then somebody's gonna hear you rhyme and be like, what does that mean?" And then you know what I mean? It's just a chain that goes down.
definitely,
I say
definitely,
I've had a lot of criticism in my rhymes sometimes because they don't because I started writing poetry before I did writing raps. I freestyle before that, you know what I mean? But sometimes I'll rhyme this word with the third word and then the second word with the fourth word and keep it going like that. Or
yeah,
I'll rhyme the first bar with the last bar, the second bar with, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then in the end it comes together because poetry you can do shit like that, and that's what rap is supposed to be. And people are like, oh, you're not rhyming because you don't do every fucking N word the same. Like, bitch,
nah.
poetry's crazy, bro. You can get fucking freaky on the ass.
And
Yeah, yeah, like
if you flow it right, it don't got to rhyme if you stick to that damn beat and it makes sense. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Cause you will
Um,
catch it. Just sometimes you have to listen longer. Like if you was, it's almost like they in poetry be like A B, but then maybe if you do like A B B A, you see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But you just have
Uh-huh.
to if you listening to the first 3 bars and you like, yeah, what the hell? You know, like he ain't rhyme. Or if you do a B A B A B, you know, like you can play it however you want to play it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it just depends on your scheme. But I catch it a lot with other artists. Like when I hear him and I'm like, and I'm listening to him, and I'm like, boom, okay, he rhymed there. He rhymed there. And then this rhyme just disappeared. But then it come
Yeah.
back like 2, 3 bars later. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh snap, I see what he did there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
mhm,
like, but not everybody is gonna catch that. The first thing they might say
right.
is, he off beat, he ain't even rhyming. But you ain't listening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say that's been my only regret getting that because we started out just doing regular rap before we started doing country rap. You know what I'm saying? It was before it was really a genre when we started, and we made songs about our lives, and that's what took off. But that's what I miss about doing hip hop, because people listen for that shit. In country rap, they ain't expecting all that shit.
Yeah.
They ain't trying
They
to
should
dig
they
deep.
should though. I mean, what designates country rap though? That's the $1,000,000 question, really.
I, I,
It's still
I was about
hip
to say
hop, dude. You just
I'm not a
hit
country
see.
rapper. I'm just a rapper from the country.
That's what I'm saying though, because like, what is hip hop and rap, right? So it's the story, it's the come up. You know what I'm saying? It's what you've been through. You know what I mean? The only damn difference is the stories ain't the same. You know what I mean? Just because
Yeah.
somebody somebody grew up out in the country on a farm and did what they did, versus somebody that grew up in, the rough neighborhoods and had to go down them roads, you know what I'm saying, and tell their story. It's still, to me, it's still hip hop. It just tells a
Yeah.
different story.
Yeah, no,
And people like to sum it up as country rap because they're usually talking about country shit, but it's still hip hop music.
yeah,
to
it's
me.
definitely hip hop, and I think that's what a lot of people in today's time do. We always have to split something or try to create a
Yeah.
divide or make an umbrella up under it. Because even
Yeah,
like when you say
yeah,
gangster rap or drill
Yeah.
rap, it's nothing but a type of, or a way or perspective or another perspective of rap. But you're just calling it this because, but that doesn't mean like he could be a drill rapper and he could still come out and make an emotional song about somebody who
Yeah.
a family member he lost. So he can come out and make a song about a girl. You know what I'm saying? But the world may categorize him, or the media may categorize him as a drill rapper.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he's just a rapper, a hip hop
Yeah.
rapper. But you only put him to that classification of maybe the lifestyle that he's rapping about, lifestyle he's seen, or something like that. But like you said, it's all hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I guess the media puts that on that to kind of differentiate, try to make a differentiation between them. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
like you said, at the end of the
Yeah.
day,
It's
it's
all
all
hip
rap.
hop. Yeah.
It's all hip hop.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about real shit, we all got struggles. They ain't always the same struggles, but
Yeah,
everybody got a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
everybody, everybody.
And I would imagine you've probably heard it before too. Being in your lane and doing what you do, being from Lake City, being a smaller town. Um, I think a lot of people don't realize the type of shit that really goes on in these small towns. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, At Lake City, we one of the wildest for sure, bro. When it comes to just off the wall crazy shit happen, man.
definitely, definitely.
Especially these
Like,
past few years, man.
there ain't
Oh
no
yeah,
telling when the damn news come on, what the hell you gonna hear about happening around here. But
it's never
I
no
I, I
telling.
I don't think a lot of people realize that sometimes just because you're in the country, doesn't mean that shit doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
still drugs. There's still gangsters, still thugs. You know what I mean? There's still good old boys, and there's still, you know what I mean? It's
yeah. Women tricking. It's still all
Yeah.
that
same. It's
still
the same
going
thing.
on.
Yeah, I used to tell a friend of mine. He lived in Lakeland, and I used to tell him all the time, like, I said, man, you got to drive 30 minutes to go somewhere. I said, I got to drive 30 minutes to go somewhere. The only difference is I go 25 miles in 30 minutes. You go 5 because you're sitting your ass in traffic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But it's the same. The same shit's happening. It don't matter where you go. I mean, maybe small towns are just better at hiding it, or like I said, just because they don't really ever make the national news too often, you just don't hear about it or whatever. But we definitely got our fair share of issues.
no, definitely,
So
definitely.
Man, not to get off topic, but that's the only thing I really hate about when you leave the city. You go to these bigger cities and you're like Googling, okay, where am I going to go from the hotel? And it's like, oh, it's 5-10 minutes down the road. And then you look at the GPS time, 45 fucking minutes. Like, what? Bitch, we should be there in 10 minutes. The fuck?
Hey, that jump do be crazy other times, man. Like I know, like because even just Jacksonville is bad with that.
Yeah, man.
Atlanta
yeah,
horrible with
especially you got to
it.
cross some bridges. Yeah,
Oh man, like man,
Bitch, I'm
God,
trying to go
like
down the road and it's 30 fucking minutes. Like, fuck, man.
yeah.
yeah,
Jackson's
man,
bad about that. If where you got to be is on the other side of the intercoastal, you just fucked up.
yeah, no, definitely, 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 man. We don't
Yeah,
have to
now
deal
you
with
got
that
to
too
go
much
hit
in
the
the small town.
bridge. Man.
I say I didn't mean to change subjects, but yeah, that should be pissing me off, bro. I'd be like, man, I'm about to hang out, we about to go do some shit, and now I got a pre-plan. Like, fuck, we going on
Yeah,
a whole
gotta
fucking
calculate the
car ride.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
like,
Like, all
God
right,
damn.
is it gonna be enough time to
that,
even have fun? Like, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then I gotta drive 30 minutes back to the hotel. Oh man, I'm gonna be tore up.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
say
saying?
I'm
Like,
old now and shit. Like, man, I gotta get my naps in.
yeah, man.
I just get a hotel with a bar and we're good. I'll just stay there.
You snap. Yeah, you snap though. You're right. You're right.
You go down,
Oh,
have some drinks, mingle, and go to your room. Done.
yeah, you right in the safety of the property, man. Yeah, you
Yeah.
right in the safety of the
Not even
property.
leave, man.
And see, that's what I love, man. Because one of my jobs, I work for the hotel part time, man. So I get discounts. You know what I'm saying? At hotels, man. That junk came in handy when I was doing my tours because I ain't had to spend an arm and a leg on hotel rooms, man. Because I had the plug. You know what I mean, man? And I love it. To this day, I love it.
I say
My
the
son
Airbnb
did that
always.
for a while. I think it was he was working for Hilton and got a like a crazy discount. I want to say it was like half off or something crazy.
Bro, Hilton,
friends.
honestly, because I work for Marriott, Hilton's discounts, if I'm not mistaken, are better than Marriott's. I think like no matter where you pick and where you go, it's like a set rate. Like Marriott, they're a little. I have to put in like a code, and then I have to look. It might be available or it might not be available, and I have to keep looking because sometimes it might come available. But Hilton, I hear they discount plan for their employees is like great.
It's pretty good. Like I say, he goes to UCF in Orlando. We go down and see him from time to time, and he got us a room a couple times. And I want to say it wasn't $45 or something to stay at a Hilton in Orlando. I mean that's unheard of, right? So, Orlando, you're gonna pay that to go stay at some little motel on OBT. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the only way I stay. Like if I got to spend more than $80 on a room for a night, I'm not doing it. I'm only spending like 45 to 79, man. With my discount. If it go over that, I'm not doing it. But I done got spoiled though, man. You know, like from working for them. I done been in the hotel industry since 2018. I got like fresh out of high school, man. I started working in the hotel industry. So this is like like my 7th year, man, going on. I took a little break last year for like about 10 months. But other than that, man, I've been in the hotel industry since 2018, man. And
hell yeah,
using that discount all the time, man. After you lose it, you like, I'm not spending $150 on this room when I can get it for 45. Like, nah, man, I'm not doing it.
That's the debate we always have when we go on vacation. Like, I won't get a real expensive room when we go on vacation because you get there and you want to run, go see this, go see that, go here, go do this, go do when you're on vacation. So why am I gonna get this super high class room that I'm literally gonna come in the evening, take a shower, and go to bed, and then I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna leave? I don't need. Now it'd be different if you was planning one of them trips where, hey, I'm gonna get this room and I'm gonna lock myself in it for a week. That'd be a little different to go get you a higher end room. But I have a hard time with that too, man. I can't be spending a bunch of money on the motel room.
No, that's why I get them Airbnbs, boy. I be getting
if you're like say if you're on
river and shit.
Yeah.
Shit, them hotels ain't bad for a day or two, but if I'm wearing a day or two, I need something fancy. I'm going you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna go out of town, I need something better than what I'm living in.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
We go to the mountains every year. Like I said, you just pretty much from the time you wake up, till evening, you just on go. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You just seeing the sights, going places, doing this, doing that. You hit a restaurant for dinner or whatever, and then you go. What do you got the room for? You sleeping. That's it. You know what I mean? You don't need all the luxury things to go in there and hit the pillow. That's just my
real
opinion.
talk. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, man. That's one thing I love. Like when I do have a hotel room, and like I can go out, go eat, sightsee, and then knowing I got that room to come back to and just chill. You know what I mean? Like just lay down, cut the AC on, cut the TV on. You know what I mean? And then chill, bro. I love to be able to do that. It's just something about that vibe just relaxes me totally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Them discounts definitely help too. I'm sure we're all over that shit.
Man, what? Definitely, man. I won't do it without the discount.
all about saving $1.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
Hey, I just want to say fuck you to the Red Roof Inn in Macon, Georgia. We was at a music video all night long, hot as fuck. We get back to this hotel room, the AC don't fucking work, and we don't realize that till we already laying down trying to sleep type shit. So we was like, fuck it. Man, we might as well just slept in the car. Boy, it got so hot in that motherfucker.
Oh, you already know. Well, summertime in Macon is the same as here, boy.
Yeah, I was mad as fuck.
You don't burn up in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I would have been hot because that's like one of the main things I look forward to in a hotel room is that AC better be.
Yeah, that crisp ass fucking cold.
I'll say that makes you a better man than me because I don't care what time of night it was. My ass would have been in the office giving me a new fucking room. I'd have been like,
Nah, once I get to sleeping, I'm fucking. I'm gonna cuss him out in the morning.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm about like twisted with it, man. I'm gonna go down there, especially being in the industry. Because when I'm at the front desk, they gonna come down and be like, oh, the AC's not working in that room. Can I get a new room? Like they gonna demand it. You know what I mean? So like now,
Yeah.
I'm not going for it. Like when we had that discount, sometimes they try to give you like the shady rooms depending on where you go. You're not doing that with me. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Like because now, bro, like I got rank in my property, so I'm not gonna come to your property and you just gonna treat me like below the belt. Nah, man, you gonna give me a room because I'm paying. And then the incidentals, they hit you upside the head for incidentals anyway. So they already taking out like an extra, depending on how many nights you're staying, they already take like an extra $40 to $50 off holding onto your card. You know what I mean? Nah, I mean y'all doing all that. You gonna give me a room that I'm gonna be comfortable in. So the AC better work.
Yeah,
Like,
I can work and be in the heat all day long. It don't bother me. But when it's bedtime, it better have some damn AC.
Gotta have the AC at bedtime, bro. I sleep
I put an AC in my tent when I'm camping. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You got to have air conditioning, okay?
Listen, if I don't have that air conditioning, I sleep like a madman. I sleep like a madman without air conditioning. Like dreams getting crazy, bro. Devil ride my back now. Like it's just getting stupid, bro. Like
I'll sweat to death. I will die. Like I can't do it.
Yeah.
Even my own house. In the morning, you leave, you go bump it up a little bit. You go to bed, be like, let me turn that back down.
Bro, nothing kills me more than, man, like, I remember as a jit, this was like the hottest I had ever been sleeping. Man, I was at my grandma's house, man, and it was so hot that night. It was like maybe about 1 a.m, and like I was having dreams about drinking milk with ice in it. Yeah. I ain't never even done that. But that's to let you know, like my mental was like thirsty now because it's like, bro, you just this hot. You thinking about drinking some milk with some ice in it, man.
And I bet your grandma was fine, wasn't she? She didn't care. Wasn't bothered.
She was fine. Perfectly fine.
I told you, man, that's that generation that they didn't have that stuff, so they're used to it. My wife's mom does the same thing. The same thing, dude.
We had to put a fan in the window. That's all we had for a while. Just a fan in the window.
I go to my in-laws' house, dude. It'll be cooler sitting on the porch than it is in the den. Be like, hey, why don't you turn the AC on? Oh, it is on. On what? Had that bitch set on like 86 or some shit. Like, what the hell is that doing?
I say, you've been to Grammy's house, man.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'd rather sit on the porch with the breeze than go inside.
I'm telling
them old folk, man, they didn't have air growing up and shit, so it don't bother them. The cars didn't have AC. The houses didn't have AC. They just ain't nothing. Oh, you ain't hot? No, I got my fan. Like, what?
Yeah.
You over there freaking like, oh man. Like,
I hate that shit, man. Because I went through that for a time period, man. Like when I was younger, man, living in the house, man, with like no AC, man, and like around my teenage years, bro. And I could not stand that mess because I was forced. Like I had a fan, but that fan wasn't doing nothing but just rotating hot air. You know what I mean? So like by the time I got old enough, when I got to making money for real, man, I had bought me like a window unit, set that bitch in the window, and man, my room was ice cold. It was already like it wasn't a big room. So to have this unit in here, man, that air was circulating. I slept like a baby for the rest of my life after that.
Yeah. But shit, we got about 5 more minutes left on the podcast.
Anybody
listen to a song or two before we close it out? But I say we got talking a little bit longer than usual, so we might listen to a song or one and then talk about it afterwards if you're down.
Yeah, you got one? Let's listen to it. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Shit. Swag G just dropped a new one, so we're gonna play it for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You ain't really raw like me, nah. You ain't really spitting out heat, nah. You ain't really living how you speak, making lies in the streets, so your words really cheap, yeah. You ain't really sliding for your team, nah. I do this for the ones with a dream, yeah. I do this for the ones that's in need, for that junkie in the streets with a chance to redeem, yeah. You ain't gon' step like me, put in rest like me, breaking sweats like me, huh? You ain't in the gym like me, chasing M's like me, sink or swim like me, huh? You ain't chasing goals like me, pay the toll like me, never fold like me, huh? I just up the score with a 3, you can crown me the champ like I made these Larry B. I just shot a 3 on the haters, no free throw. I've been working hard, no bypass with Chicos. I don't care what they say or he say or she knows. They're all square like a bunch of Totinos. I swim with the big fish, don't fuck with the minnows. I pop in and pop out like cartridge Nintendo. I ride through your city while smoking the endo. Happy as shit, blowing smoke out the window. I ride with my dog, so I stay with the kennel. You fuck with the fam and the crew make you limbo. Say the crew make you limbo, but I just stay humble cause life is so simple. Yeah, I've been ballin' with ease. You can call me Larry B. Shooting back threes. Yeah, I'm the player of the week. You can call me Larry B. You ain't gon' step like me, put in rests like me, breaking sweats like me, huh? You ain't in the gym like me, chasing M's like me, sink or swim like me, huh? You ain't chasing goals like me, pay the toll like me, never fold like me, huh? I just up the score with a 3, you can crown me the champ like I made these Larry B.
Hey man, shout out Swag G.
Man went stupid on that bed.
Yeah, I love the way he did that. So.
I said, man, they be sleeping on Swag, boy. They be sleeping on Swag. That motherfucker be snapping.
Yeah, he flowed the fuck out of that bit.
Yeah. I say, me and Swag got like 20 songs already together, bro. That's my dog, boy. Anytime we go there and smoke a blunt, we just make a song. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. And we got one more song to close it out with. You got anything you want to say to the people?
Oh, snap, man. Yeah, tap into my my new singles that I just dropped. A month ago, I dropped my single Returning Heartbreaks. Got hype and returning on it. And then a couple weeks ago, I just dropped another single project. I Ain't Having It and Hear It. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go tune in. They all up on the Go Get It Glezzy, man. That's GOG, ETIT, and GLEEZY, man. So y'all tap into that, man. Go Get It Glezzy.
For sure, man. We appreciate you coming on, man, and spending your time with us, dude. Been a great time, man. A good talk.
Appreciate
y'all what you're doing. Keep doing it, man. Stay true to yourself like always, man, and just keep pushing. And like I said, we all gonna get it up one day, man, for sure.
Yes, sir. For sure, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Anybody you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Man, shout out to my daddy, man. Shout out to my little sister, man, called Tony, the little G, man. Shout out to the entire GGI camp. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fast Life Juvie. You know what I mean? And shout out to Jody, Free Jody, man. And folds up for Frank, man. Represent all day, man. Lake City, West Side, Long Street, represent here, man.
Hey, shit, none but love, bro. Like he said, we appreciate you coming on. And fucking, it was a dope session, chopping it up. And hopefully we can do it again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm all game for it.
All right, y'all. Let's been Get Twisted with 386 with Mr. Lake City. Go Get It Glezzy.
I live life, so don't even think it's sweet. You got me fucked. I'd rather hang, don't know you niggas is creepy. You got me fucked. I never let you get close to me and my peace. You got me fucked. Put that on game, listen when the real one speak. You got me fucked. I live life, so don't even think it's sweet. You got me fucked. I'd rather hang, don't know you niggas is creepy. You got me fucked. I never let you get close to me and my peace. You got me fucked. Put that on game, listen when the real one speak. You got me fucked. I live life, so don't even think it's sweet. You got me fucked. I'd rather hang, don't know you niggas is creepy. You got me fucked. I never let you get close to me and my peace. You got me fucked. Put that on game, listen when the real one speak. You got me fucked. I live life, so don't even think it's sweet. You got me fucked. I'd rather hang, don't know you niggas is creepy. You got me fucked. I never let you get close to me and my peace. You got me fucked. Put that on game, listen when the real one speak. You got me fucked. Jumped in head first with some hitter shit. I had to pause, move like cause I ain't hit a vent. A lot of shit that they been talking, it ain't making sense. Tried to give them free game, sit them on the bench. Niggas just acting like they for you looking for a lick. See, I already shot the codes, make my family rich. And if you rockin' with triple R, you gon' feel this. This time a nigga pop just hit the kill switch. While me lock the city down on some ill shit. I'ma go hard, I'm straight concrete. I ain't met a nigga yet that fucking with me. Cause them a whole bunch of jumpers compared to three. I set the whole round table when it's time to eat. I have a vision in my head, I won't let nothing leak. I'm out here making moves, you niggas probably still sleep. See, I'ma step real hard when it's time to eat. I live life, so don't even think it's sweet. You got me fucked. I'd rather hang dolo, you niggas is creep. You got me fucked. I never let you get close to me and my peace. You got me fucked. Put that on game, listen when the real one speak. You got me fucked. I live life, so don't even think it's sweet. You got me fucked. I'd rather hang dolo, you niggas is creep. You got me fucked. I never let you get close to me and my peace. You got me fucked. Put that on game, listen when the real one speak. You got me fucked. Y'all don't speak on lame shit, just keep a throwaway. Cause I ain't flexing with you, hold on my proteges. Niggas been talking nonsense, but ain't living that way. Come barking like a pit, you'll get lit today. Promise to God, I pay you later, stay up out my face. Niggas been telling that's the trend, so I'ma float away. Hot bars, candy paint, them country cars. See, y'all been jiggling with my life to be a music star. You got me fucked up and I put that on 100 guards. Go from the gutter, I'm tongue-tied, that's 100 bars. You got me fucked up and keep thinking you can fuck with us. I wrap my arm around the city just to call you bluff. Get the bag, hustle hard, let's double up. You tryna scoop what? Nah, that'll get you touched. Drill team in the back, we call it double dutch. In that particular moment, you got me fucked up. I live life, so don't even think it's sweet. You got me fucked. I'd rather hang dolo, you niggas is creep. You got me fucked. I never let you get close to me and my peace. You got me fucked. Put that on game, listen when the real one speak. You got me fucked. I live life, so don't even think it's sweet. You got me fucked. I'd rather hang dolo, you niggas is creep. You got me fucked. I never let you get close to me and my peace. You got me fucked. Put that on game, listen when the real one speak. You got me fucked up.
Who was that?
That was Bo Dallas. You got Bo Dollar. You got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Bo Dollar. I'm pretty sure he's from somewhere close by in Florida. I forget where they said he was from, but it's one of the cities around there.
Oh, that bit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But shit, like I said, it's been a pleasure having you. Shout out Carl Glezzy. Go get it, Glezzy. Mr. Lake City for coming on. Shout out as always to Joe Rubes.
Yes, sir.
We got JJ Hughes coming on next week, so be sure to tune in.
Oh, for sure. All the fans, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Later.
Love.